Hi, I'm Solo from the Man United Agenda. I'm here to give you my score prediction for Manchester United versus Charlton Athletic in the EFL Cup quarter-final. Now, Charlton, we can't take them lightly. They did knock out the Brighton team that beat Manchester United on penalties. Now, we are Manchester United, but we cannot take anything for granted being Manchester United. We still got to go out there and we still got to perform. And I'm looking forward to a couple of squad rotation today. I would like to see Fred start. I would like to see Malicious as well start. I would like to see Wan-Bissaka as well. So there is quite a number of players I would like to see, but at the same time, we can't rest a lot of the senior players who's been putting a performance in, week out. We still got to have some foundation in that team. Harry Maguire to come back at centre-back as well. I think it would be good for his confidence. And if we can go on and win this trophy and lift it, I think that would be a great boost for the club. Also for Harry Maguire as the captain of Manchester United as well. I'm going to predict Manchester United to go out there today and win 2-1. Come on, Ten Hag, Red Army. Make sure you like, share and subscribe to the Paddock.
Ross Murphy, my Paddock matchday predictions. Manchester United face Charlton Athletic at Old Trafford in the Carabao Cup quarter-final. So far, Manchester United in this competition have won against Villa, won against Burnley. Now we're up against the Charlton Athletic side, who are the lowest ranked side left in the competition. They managed to beat Brighton on penalties. So this will be like a cup final to them, so they're going to be up for this occasion. Manchester United, we're not far away from reaching the final of the competition. I expect us to play a rotational side. I'd be surprised if Rashford does start. I think Garnacho will start. I think Fred will probably start. I don't know if it might be Fred or McTominay, but we'll see. And I think there'll be a rotational back four. Aaron Wan-Bissaka will play. Lindelof will play. But yeah, interesting to see if Jack Butland will get his first start in goal. And yeah, United, if you can't beat Charlton, then, you know, what's the point of being a United player? So let's hope we get through. My score prediction for the game, I'm going to go 3-0 Manchester United. Make sure you like, share and subscribe. Stretford Paddock. And as always, come on United.
Hi, I'm Andy Juma here from the Man United Agenda. Big up to everyone at Stretford Paddock. Going to do a quick score prediction. We're playing Charlton tonight. I don't know much about Charlton, to be honest. They've been out of the Prem for a long time. Can't keep tabs on them. But I think they're going to come prepared. They're going to set up well and make it themselves difficult to beat. But overall, as long as we win our physical battles, I think we've got enough to beat them. I don't know what the starting lineup's going to be, but I will hope we get a little run out for some players that don't really get minutes. People like Elanga, Garnacho. Obviously, the fullbacks, I'd like to see Wan-Bissaka and Malacia in there as well, and Harry Maguire and Lindelof. All these guys that are not getting first team starts regularly, hopefully they can get to play and get more confidence there. We need to rotate and balance the squad. We've got bigger, harder games to come. I think we'll win this one 2-0. Come on, United.
Hello and welcome to Stretford Paddock. This is the watch-along for the quarter-final of the League Cup. Manchester United take on Charlton in what is an absolute clash of the Titans.
Yeah.
And I'm joined by two Titans myself as well. Doing well for myself, aren't I? Joe McGrath's here.
Great to see you, Joe.
It's so nice to see you as well.
Great to see the viewers. Hope you're having a lovely day so far.
You can't see them.
I can.
How?
Put it down.
And David Scott joins us as well. How are you doing?
I'm all right. I'm jealous that I can't see the people that Joe McGrath can see.
Todger in hand. You're not jealous of that?
Todger in hand. Have you been drinking?
Wait. Spent 4 hours with these two.
Quarter-final against the League One opposition. That is a rare situation to be in for Manchester United, or for any club, really.
Here we
I don't
go.
want to phrase this the wrong way, but this almost feels like not lose-lose, but lose-neutral tonight.
What do you mean?
You either win,
Yeah.
and it's neutral, because yes, you're happy you've gone through, but you expected to beat Charlton, or you lose, and it is a disaster, giant killing, biggest this since this, biggest upset since then. It's kind of a must-win for United in that respect, isn't it? Like, I think this would knock our confidence so much if we didn't win this.
Nah.
Do you not?
Just
You
one of
don't
those
think?
things, isn't it? I'm going to knock your confidence that much. Depends who the team is. Do we even know the team?
The team we ought to know.
Because if we're playing the strong team, you got your big characters, Casemiro, Bruno, you're playing Rashford, you're playing a good back four, then it's obviously upsetting.
Yeah.
But if what's rumoured to be happening with some youngsters coming through and maybe a spot of youth, then if we do get beat, it'd be gutting, but you think, well...
I don't know. I still think it'd be a kick in the teeth as well. For Ten Hag, so especially with the derby game coming up on Saturday, you don't want to be going into that with a defeat, whether it's a weakened team or not.
I can't believe how chilled out you are about this. Like, you don't really mind if we lose.
Well, it's just one of those because
this is a cup quarter final.
Yeah, but you say that. But we've been here as United fans for a lot. I go back to the times of getting turned over by MK Dons 4-1. You know, we often have weird run-outs against lower league sides that kind of just turn up for a great 90 minutes and beat us. So I'm not saying we're gonna get beat. I don't even know the team news.
Well, I'll tell you the team news. In there, Tom Heaton. Starters you mean to go on. Here you go. Dallo, Maguire, Martinez back in the starting lineup, World Cup medal around his neck. Malacia, then a midfield three of Fred, McTominay, and Kobe Mainoo making his debut for Manchester United.
Good.
Then you've got Anthony on the right, Garnacho on the left, and Elanga up front. Obviously, the specific orientation of those players might vary to that.
That's a bad team.
Against
That's
Charlton?
a very bad team.
What do you mean that's a very bad team?
Well,
so let's go through the back five. Heaton.
5.
If we're playing well, the goalie is almost irrelevant.
Yeah, true.
That back four is, I would say, anywhere between decent and very good.
Take up Maguire. The other three have been playing most week in, week out in the Premier League.
A good player. Martinez is probably
I'm not too fussed about this one. It's more when you move up the pitch.
Okay. Maguire, Dallo, Fred and McTominay. Have you ever been part
Don't
of a
say,
double pivot that's finished second? They finished second in the Premier League.
I don't give a shit. They didn't finish anywhere near as good as last year, did they?
Fred was United's best player and he only played for 20 minutes the other night.
Yeah.
Against Everton.
Listen, all I'm saying is that is a poor midfield. And I'm not saying it as in like we're not going to win. It's just the midfield we've got compared to that. McFred had been the downfall of Manchester United for ages. You all know this. But how come when they play, you're fucking buzzing off it?
Because I like Fred.
Fred's all right.
And I think as well that you don't necessarily have to call it a terrible team just because it's not our best team. I think there's good players there. And to have a go at a boy on his debut. It's just
I'm not going to go at a boy with his debut.
It's just a boy.
He's just from Stockport, on fair point.
Right. Then Anthony, first choice right winger. You might not like him, but that's as good as we've got to offer at the moment. Garnacho on the left again. Other than Rashford, he's next up on the left hand side, and then obviously Elanga's a bit of a wild card.
Yeah.
But
poor.
You would think all of those players would probably get into Charlton's team, for instance. So United have still got to win this, even though it's a rotated team. You look on the bench, we've got De Gea, Lindelof, Shaw, Wan-Bissaka, Casemiro, Eriksen, Iqbal, Pellistri and Rashford. You can never fully rest Rashford, can you? Because you might need him after 6 years.
Yeah.
There's 6 players there that went to the World Cup. I don't know how you can say that that's just... I know that the whole thing about playing your sort of B team is not going to be as good as the other ones. But we were talking the other night about playing, like bleeding players in from the youth team and stuff like that. And with the derby coming up, would you want them to go big tonight?
No, I'm just saying.
What is it that you want exactly?
I'm just
what do you want, Joe?
What do you want?
I'm just saying that for me is a 5 out of 10 team.
5. What were you expecting? If I could change anything on there, it'd be Elanga for Martial because I think Martial needs to go.
I'd go for a stronger midfielders to get us through.
Who'd you put in? Casemiro? Eriksen?
I put either one of the two in the midfield spot against Fred and McTominay.
Do you not think they looked knackered the other night against Everton? No.
Yeah, but if a player like Casemiro goes up against a team in League One, he'll just have the easiest game of his life.
Well, so McTominay might be the same, or Fred.
I just don't trust them. They've lost every ounce of trust from me.
Is Maguire against a League One opposition in Charlton?
Well, we'll see, won't we?
Is Maguire in that as well with you?
Yeah, Maguire.
Yeah, that was the big sort of alarm bells when I seen his big face on there.
Well, there's all sorts of rumours saying he's going, isn't he?
Well, I don't know if he's going in January. I think some of the slander towards Manchester United's own players from this table has been nothing short of disgusting.
One.
Harry Maguire is the captain of this club, first of all.
You love him, don't you?
No.
What are your feelings towards him?
McFred bedrock of this team over the last 4 years.
I've been here.
I've been
here on countless watch-alongs with you, watching our team get put 4, 5, 6, 7 goals past us. Never 7.
Who scored 7?
No, City nearly scored 6 goals past us.
Yeah,
and they were integral parts of the team. Not this season, but last season. And now you love them.
Do you not think the better players? Do you not think the better players under Ten Hag?
Well, we'll see, won't we?
You got this twinkle in your eye where you're like, we're going to lose this, and I called it. Is that what you're saying? Are you going to go that far as to say that we're going to lose to Charlton tonight?
No, of course we're not.
Would you have gone for a slightly more first strength team than this?
Yeah, yeah. What happens if we draw? Does it go to penalties straight away?
I think it's straight to penalties. I don't think there's extra time.
Who's going to take the first penalty? Elanga?
On that, honestly, based on track record, I'd give Maguire the first one.
It's true.
Got an absolute banger for England.
Listen, I'm not being doom and gloom, but I'm just saying, it's just not a great team, is it?
No, but I think...
Well, it's all right,
12 months ago, this would be roughly our first choice.
And we were 7th in the league.
Yeah, but there's the Premier League.
And had no cup run.
Yeah, but think what tonight is. It's a game against a team that is... Where are they in League One?
They're not even playing well in League One.
League One.
What's the last 5 games?
They're currently 12th in League One. They've drawn 1, lost 2, won 2 of their last 5. This is a team that is about 45 places down the league from us.
We should be beating them, shouldn't we?
Yeah. Even with a team that only managed second in the Premier League 2 years ago.
You say that, but come on, it's different times back then, wasn't it?
If I wasn't so robust, Joe, I'd be sick right now.
Sick if you want.
James Wood says, absolutely buzzing to see so many youth products in the team.
I'm excited about that. It's just certain senior players that I think have maybe had their chance and blew it.
Fair enough.
Elanga, McFred, Maguire. Why not stick a youth player at the back there? Maguire's not our future if we're going to sell him in the summer.
So you'd rather put like a young centre-back in defence tonight?
I'd rather that. If that you're pushing the youth and you're seeing these stories about Maguire going, obviously he's club captain, but you want to build to the future and not look back.
Maybe Ten Hag's giving him his goodbye.
How is it possible, by the way, that a game that is a quarter-final of domestically, like, I know it's the third biggest, but one of the 3 or 2 domestic cups, the quarter-final isn't on telly. This game's not on TV tonight, in England.
Is it not Newcastle-Leicester?
Is it Newcastle-Leicester, yeah.
That's probably more a better game, isn't it?
Well, maybe it's a more closely fought game, but you'd think they'd have... There's only 4 games. You think they could have them all on telly, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it's
like, put one on BBC One on Sky, whatever. Why would you... Especially if you're... I don't get that. If you're a Charlton fan who hasn't been able to get a ticket because obviously there's not... Like, you just cannot watch this game.
Yeah.
That's shit, isn't it?
Especially when you see the likes of... They put Arsenal and Oxford on, didn't they?
Yeah.
Last night, so yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
I don't get that. I think any domestic cup after the quarterfinal or onwards should, if it's not been bought, should be allowed to be on free-to-air TV. I don't understand why you would do that.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Fuck that. Anyway, looking at the bench, we have got some options off the bench if we need it.
Yeah.
Casemiro, Eriksen, Rashford, Shaw, they're the ones that you immediately look at in terms of being able to change the game. We should have enough to beat Charlton, shouldn't we, Joe?
I think we will beat Charlton.
Yeah.
Which is not what I'm saying, but I'm just looking... I'm looking at the key players on the bench, and you do think if worst comes to worst, and we need to get out a bit of dog poo, then you've got players that can pull you out of there and players that can change the game. Casemiro being one of them, Eriksen being another, Rashford being one as well. Mm-hmm. But Rashford, like you say, it's never like resting Rashford. He could be a real star player against Man City on a weekend, and that game is in the eye of a lot of United players, I bet, just because of the battering we got at the Etihad. They want to prove, and I'm sure Erik ten Hag as well wants to prove to the press. You know, he's not got an ego about him, but his reputation was damaged a little bit by that City defeat 6-3, the manner of it. So being able to go against Man City toe to toe at Old Trafford and win on Saturday was so important. So I'm very excited to see how he does it.
Do you not think with the derby coming up then that might instill the likes of Fred and McTominay, these sort of fringe players, to maybe put themselves in the window to get a shot at the starting 11? Do you know what I mean? If I know that Derby...
Start Fred or McTominay?
No, what I'm saying... I know you're naysaying, but my thought is that if they know that United are playing City at the weekend, this is really their only opportunity to say to Ten Hag, all right, well, look at how I played tonight. Do you know what I mean? That might be the sort of impetus to stop being such a negative, man. The quarterfinals of a cup. What's up with him, Joe?
I don't know, I'm not sure. Also,
are you excited
just
to
as
see
a
McFred?
Yeah, I'm excited to watch Man United in a quarter.
I'm excited
quarterfinal.
to see that. That wasn't the question.
Yeah, I'm excited to see McFred play. Yeah. I think this lineup is more changed than it would have been if we hadn't have just had that Palace game stuffed in between Arsenal and City and Arsenal. Did you see that the Premier League apologised to United?
What's happened?
Sorry. So, the Premier League's confirmation on Sunday of the rearranged date for the game against Crystal Palace adds to an already busy schedule. So we're playing them on Wednesday now. So we've got 4 games in 12 days. So much so that the Premier League has apologised for the late notice. So as of about 4 days ago, United had this game, and then 5 days later we played City, and then a week later we played Arsenal.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's this game, 5 days later City, 3 days later Palace, 3 days later Arsenal. I think if that Palace game hadn't have been stuck in there, we probably would have seen maybe one of Casemiro, Varane, Rashford, Bruno from the start. Whereas now you can't really
Bruno's
risk
not even
it.
on the bench, is he?
No, he isn't. I'm excited though.
Where are our goals coming from? Because all I can see is Garnacho, maybe. I know Anthony scored the other night, but that was very much through Marcus Rashford's wizardry out on the wing. Elanga's, I'm not a massive fan of him. So Garnacho's probably the only one for the goals.
Bruno's suspended, which is why he's not on the bench even. But that is a worry for me. That's my worry. If I'm looking at this team, I'm thinking none of these players are particularly good at making chances for themselves.
No.
Garnacho is probably the one where you look at and think he can go past someone and have a shot. He won the penalty the other night, the goal against Fulham as well.
Excited to see Garnacho flourish a bit if he does get the opportunity to lead that front line and really give it to the Charlton defence. This is a young lad who wants it, and you can see he wants it every time he gets on the pitch. That run against Everton, even though it didn't lead to a goal for him, he still got the penalty for us. And he was full on ready to just give his life for United for those last moments that he was on the pitch. So if he's got a full 90 minutes now, it's exciting. Yeah. Anthony's a good game. He's going against a weakened defence. I think he should do well. Alanga, what does Alanga do? I mean, is this the first time he's ever played? I guess he won't be playing as a direct striker, but
I don't know what I can't work out what I think the formation's going to be.
The only time I've seen Alanga lead a line was didn't he play in Europe last year?
What, led the front?
I think he scored once.
When he scored against Athletic?
Yeah, I think he might have played then.
Oh, was it a good game, that?
Yeah.
That was when the song came out, and then everything went to shit after that, didn't it? Because I don't think he
scored since.
No.
I actually don't think he has. Kobe Mainoo, by the way, who is 17 years old, was born in 2005 and is playing for Manchester United. That's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did either of you go to the FA Youth Cup final or any of the FA Youth Cup games last season?
No.
He was Dave Pritt, who saw a lot more than me. But I saw the final. He was excellent and just like a really well-rounded, all-action kind of number 8 in midfield. Huh?
Prittmeister.
The Prittmeister, yeah.
The
Pritt stick. He was there. But yeah, he's just a really good, just one of those players who can sort of do a bit of everything. Decent tackler, good passer, good energy. Hopefully, a good future.
Cook.
Huh?
He can cook.
Yeah, I meant on the pitch mostly. Right. But yeah, I'm sure he's got a.
Where's he from in Stockport, do you know?
Pyramid?
Is it really the Pyramid area? It's rough around there, isn't it?
Is he a pharaoh? What do you mean the pyramids?
The pyramids in Stockport?
Place of birth, Stockport, England. I guess that would be the hospital then, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
He's played for Cheadle and Gatley, if that gives you any
clue. It's around there, right, yeah.
I never got a place there. Wasn't good enough.
What?
Was that on trials?
Yeah.
You went on trial at Cheadle and Gatley?
Well, it's just like a general team. It's not like a good. It's an all right team. It's not like a, it's like Fletcher Moss, I guess.
I played for Fletcher Moss.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Where did you play for?
Langold Juniors.
Were they good?
We got to a cup final. So say no more than that.
Did you score? What position were you?
Striker, then left wing, then centre back.
Always moves backwards. Doesn't it?
Striker.
Jesus.
Yeah. I was a great striker as well in my
so what happened?
single-digit years. Huh?
What happened?
Crisis of confidence after not getting picked for the county team due to a basically it was a tete-a-tete that I had with the head teacher at the time, and I came out the worst of it, I suppose. Yeah, well, basically, my behaviour was bad at school, so he didn't put me forward for the county team.
No.
When he should have done. Yeah.
What was the one thing you did at school which would have tipped you over the edge from getting into that county team? Like, why were you really naughty?
I just used to shout out all the time. And I was never allowed to go on school trips or anything.
Verbal abuse?
Not verbal abuse, but sort of low-level disruption was my vice of choice.
And that was it?
That was it, but I never used to get to go to school trips. I didn't get to go... He only put me... He let me play for the school team because I scored loads of goals and won us games. But when it was for me, he didn't let me do it.
It's like that, innit? What's he called? Go find him.
Mr. Witty. He wasn't very witty, actually. He was a slow-minded dweeb.
Mr. Shitty.
Yeah, thank you. Dave Rowe Botham says, up the Paddock, up the Scotty and Marty, up the Sloppy Joes, absolute dream team, 6-0 United. Jason K says, Mainu to put a match-winning performance in, 100%. That leaves no room for doubt.
in anyone's mind.
Yeah. Fergal McClement says, any news on Sancho? Why can't he play or sub tonight? I think he can. He's available.
We discussed Sancho the last time we were on it. Last Friday, and we went into depth about the fact that this is going to be a long old campaign for Sancho to get back fully fit. He's not just going to turn around one day and be there.
No. It's not a muscle injury, is it?
Yeah. We're going to have moments where Ten Hag will talk about him in the press, where he's like, oh, he's coming back, he's now back in training. And then from then, that's when you'll start to hear, oh, he may be in the starting 11, or on the bench. So I don't think you're going to just see him appear.
I think he'd be the running at best this season. That man might see him. I think so. Yeah. I don't think there's any reason to rush him back.
I think the word total reset was used, or total rebuild or something.
He's going to total wipeout.
No.
I always fancied that.
Yeah, he can do really well on that total wipeout. How do you think he'll do with the red balls?
What, we have to bounce across them? I'd love to have a go on them because I can't work out whether it's a uniform sort of bounce pattern or whether they're all wobbly and like.
They'd be wet. You want to go first on them as well because you don't want them to be wet.
Yeah, I always think
that can't make it easier.
Do you know when half of it's all like plastic and then it's wet and you're trying to jump across it? No chance.
I'd probably take one at a time than go in 4 balls deep.
Jed's Dead Baby says...
Hold on, how is that 4 balls deep worse than you just giving a shout out to Jed's Dead Baby?
He's been a member for a month. It might be
Jed's Dead Baby. Who's Jed?
You not get? It's the pun. It's a Pulp Fiction reference.
Oh.
It wasn't. He's not fucking doing a token. I imagine it's not a token to someone's lost child.
Did you know that?
Zed's dead. You know Zed?
Jed's dead.
Jed, you never watched Pulp Fiction?
Also, I also think it's Jed's dead, baby. That's like talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not as bad when it's not a child. He says anyway. All they says, I think it's amazing that Paddock has the money to rent out a box at Old Trafford and create an exact replica of the Paddock set for the game. It is really good that we get to do that because obviously the game's not on TV, so we wouldn't be able to see it any other way other than to create this set in one of the suites at Old Trafford, which is what we've done.
Surely, yeah.
It's interesting that we've done that, isn't it? It looks almost exactly the same. It'd be good if that wall fell down and you just saw like the Stretford end.
The halftime pies are decent as well.
Yeah. Do you like pie? I don't know how you talk about pie.
As in the maths equation.
Where's the best pie? What ground's got the best pie?
Is it 2?
Yeah. 3.142, yeah. You got it right.
Bowen's.
What?
Or Cars.
No, the stage, like what ground have you been to that had the best pies?
You're just listing your favourite pie manufacturer.
What's your best pie filling?
I've tried 2 really good ones recently. Bowen's pies in, but that's not in the stadium.
Bowen's is Wigan way, isn't it?
Yeah, Wigan's way, and Cars is Bolton.
Yeah.
They got their own little.
The rivalry them.
Yeah. Did you not hear the great battle of Bowen versus Cars?
I don't believe this.
They had a pie off.
Who won?
Depends on which side, which side of the M61 you are.
You know what I mean?
Barry White says, Joe, my gran wants to know why you told her you loved her on New Year's. She doesn't appreciate the video. Joe McGrath accidentally was so bladdered that he told an old lady that he loved her and that he can't wait to marry her, thinking it was his girlfriend.
No. Really? You thought it was your girlfriend?
Watch the Sloppy Joes after the United game. I was filming and then I turned to Becky, but my camera's still filming. So obviously I don't know who I'm filming, so I said, Becky, love you. And then it just looks like I'm saying it to this old woman who's there. I'll have to show you the video. It's so good.
Danny Shields says Mainu is like a footy manager Pogba regen. Excited to see him get his chance. Very promising young lad. Joe Sorry, this is from Carl Hagan. Well, Joe, what did you make of the extra day in Dublin with the missus? Paddock Live was a serious event. Maybe Keno next year.
The extra
it was
day
great.
in
We had 2 extra days. We stayed there till the 2nd of January. Brilliant.
Would you ever get the boat over?
From where?
To Ireland.
From
Holyhead. From Wales, the corner of Wales.
Holyhead.
Have you done it?
Yeah,
I've done it a few times.
decent.
Yeah.
How long does it take?
Just
Can't take that long.
Depends on the pace.
4 hours.
Yeah, the thing is, rocky though. The weather. Yeah, exactly.
Not so bad.
Well, yeah.
Just fly, I guess. Don't know why you brought it up.
It takes 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's insane.
The flight is almost too quick, isn't it?
Yeah.
If there wasn't water there, it would be a climate disaster flying that short distance. But what we're going to do, swim. J.E. Frascioni says, does this lineup give you any thoughts on what Ten Hag may be thinking in terms of personnel for the derby? Do you take anything from today's inclusions and exclusions? Thanks, gents. I don't think that's taught me anything that I didn't know already, except maybe Martinez and Anthony are the two where you think, I thought you'd probably start at the weekend, but they still could, I suppose.
I suppose Martinez is coming back, needs games for United after a celebration with Argentina, which I think hopefully was long and vast because he deserves it. Well, the Argentina deserve it because obviously they won the World Cup. That's the only thing about having it in December, isn't it? When the team wins it, you can get back to business straight away. So Martinez needs this game, warm-up game, get back into the swing of things.
That's a good point.
I suppose Varane he will be his partner on the weekend, you'd hope.
Yeah.
What is the back four? Is Shaw coming back in?
I would think it would be...
I'd think Shaw, Martinez, Varane, and then who would you say?
Delot?
You'd think so, wouldn't you? Unless
That is a strong back four, that, by the way, going to City.
Yeah, unless he fancies Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah, depends how he picks apart City's attacking lineup. Foden, Haaland.
They destroyed us last time we played.
But they also destroyed Chelsea on the weekend with a very, very minimal squad.
Chelsea
was so bad.
Chelsea look terrible, don't they? Amazing if Potter stays in that job at the end of the year.
Yeah. Do you know when you see like a little cartoon rhino with a cork on its horn?
No.
Like it's still... Have you ever seen that as like a thing?
What are you talking about?
Like sometimes...
A cartoon rhino with a cork on its horn.
Yeah, like a little... on its horn.
Is this like a wine cork?
No, like a cork that you put in a ship in a bottle. So you got a ship in a bottle with a cork in it. Take the cork out, put it on the rhino's horn as a sort of a metaphor for stunted aggression and danger.
Okay.
Yeah,
No, I've never seen it.
You see the image I'm painting here.
Yeah, I can see a rhino with a cork on his nose.
Yeah.
But only because you painted the image.
But you don't understand
I thought that was like
prior image of a rhino with a cork on his nose.
Rhino cork horn.
Rhino cork horn.
That sounds
Is
like
that a new comment.
Yeah, that sounds like a Game of Thrones character.
Rhino cork horn cartoon. Yeah.
No, you can't find any. You can't find any.
It's one of your weird dreams.
Okay, so imagine a rhino with a cork on its horn. as a metaphor for stunted danger. Okay.
Oh, the rhino would still kill you with a cork on its horn.
But I'm just saying.
They've got massive horns as well, though, haven't they? Like,
yeah, they don't really. Their speed and weight
in
could
a
probably kill
cartoon
anyone.
world, it might stop it. Yeah, that was Chelsea at the moment because they look great. They can keep the ball well. They're not bad defensively. I know they conceded 4 the other night, but they still look good. So, but they just cannot provide any form of attack whatsoever.
Then, what is the cork, and how did you get rid of it?
The cork is probably a front three of Havertz. Who else have they just got? Felix and Mount.
Well, that's more.
Their team is mad, by the way, now. Their new team. Have you seen? Sorry about this. I just saw this today. Guess how much money Chelsea have spent since the start of the summer window? So from basically since Bowley came into now. Guess on transfers alone.
So I don't want to ruin your game here.
Yeah, don't say 20 billion.
300 million.
300 million. Good guess.
200.
200 million. 355 million. No, if you include the Felix deal, 375 million pounds.
That's incredible, that.
And
in 6 months. What the fuck is that? They still don't have a striker that's any good. Their fullbacks are injured constantly. They don't know who their best goalie is, and they've spent 350 million quid. How is that possible?
I don't know. That's absolutely ridiculous. That. And nothing to reward themselves.
That sounds like Man United of old, though, doesn't it? Remember that summer we spent a shitload on players, and we had the cork on our metaphorical nose.
A couple of corks.
Yeah.
Mad that though, isn't it? Yeah. I can't believe how much they're spending. I love it. It's great.
Did you see the news today that Qatar may be investing in Spurs?
I saw that I saw the general kind of Premier League thing. Was Spurs the one that was?
Yeah,
mentioned?
Spurs is one that mentioned. I think the distance himself having they were linked with United and Liverpool, but I don't think that's going to happen. And they've got their sights on putting money into Spurs, which obviously is worrying for us.
Yeah, because that's a worrying one. Because obviously they've got the London factor. If they get their act together,
The stadium.
in London. The stadium is probably the best in the Premier League in terms of facilities and like newness.
But you always think that no matter who owns Spurs, they'll still be Spurs. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make...
Yeah, no, I agree with that. But then you think that, and then I think you would have said, not you, but people would have said that about City 15 years ago.
Yeah, true.
Like, they'll always be City, they're not going to be bigger than Man United. And they're not bigger than us, but they're certainly better than us.
Would you rather be a Spurs or Arsenal fan?
Definitely Arsenal. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Arsenal like this, probably the third most successful
They
British
win
team
the FA
ever.
Cup now and again, don't they? So you'll
They've
always
won
be,
more FA Cups than us. They've won 13 league titles, which I think is the third most of the team.
But as a fan base, though.
Oh, the fan base, yeah, Tottenham any day. I'd rather be in a pub full of Tottenham fans than a pub full
so you'd
of
rather
Arsenal
support the team of Arsenal, but you'd rather be with the Spurs lot.
Absolutely.
Right, okay.
Without question. What about you?
Well, where are we in this?
Oh,
right. Come on. You were so fucking...
And what do you want me to give you a road in London?
Hold on. You were so detailed about the cork and the rhino on the nose. But I'm asking a simple question. Where are we? Are we in a pub?
Yeah. You're in a pub full of said fans watching the game.
It's great. I'm going to go with Arsenal.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even believe you.
What?
James Stewart says, hello Sloppy Joes and sexy Italian man.
Oh, hi, James.
That's you, but I think you're the sexy Italian man.
Thank you.
Who said that?
James
Stewart.
Nice. What's up with that?
Are you jealous that you didn't get sexy Irish man?
No, I don't need it.
You don't need it.
Don't need it.
What do you need?
I better start in 11, innit, Joe?
A better start
in
in 11. And what's the thing where you basically clear yourself out?
Colonic irrigation.
Colonic, yeah.
Have you had one of them?
No, have you?
Yeah.
You've had everything, you've had a colonic.
I'm an old man.
Why have you had a colonic?
I had like gastronitis. I was telling you about this the other week in Tenerife. They told to give me a little clear out, that to stick a pipe up my hoop.
Jesus, is it painful?
Yes.
Would it be a good Patreon special?
What, to ram a pipe up your ass?
No,
like an OnlyFans thing?
Good, that joke. At the end of this health kick, if we clear ourselves out and get a colonic,
We should all do it. If we get Jay Mottish, we'll do that.
just got to find a colonic guy that was happy for four of us to.
Get my mate Dom to do it.
No, I'm not. Just
You can do it yourself.
What do you mean? Stick
Like,
a pipe up
you can
there?
buy like DIY colonics.
Is that just called douching?
I don't know.
Quick stat.
You can buy homemade colonics.
Have you know what douching is?
Yeah.
No,
A
it's
bottle of Coca-Cola. It doesn't actually Coca-Cola.
I think it's meant to not be.
It's just to clear out your bum. Is you get a bottle of water or
Or Coca-Cola, if that's all you've got in the
Coca-Cola.
fridge.
Empty the Coca-Cola out though.
I was
Jesus.
gonna-
Fire that up there, and then you put water in it, and then you kind of sit on the
Stop
just the
now.
trim, and then someone just goes bang.
That's not what happens.
Type in douching.
No thanks. Slack. Oh, I'm just reducing sending me Slack. Anyway, I've just received a message. It's an incredible stat that you're going to love. Kobe Mainu was 5 days old when Rooney scored that volley against Newcastle.
Wow.
5 days old. And he wasn't even at the game. Is he even a United fan? That's my question. Unbelievable. Also, here's one. Tom Heaton making his full debut for Manchester United almost 20 years on from winning the FA Youth Cup with the club. Can you think of a player that has had a bigger gap between appearances for a team ever than that?
That's a tricky question.
Wow. How long do they get to the end of the show?
You at home, anyone who's taken 20 years between starting matches for a club. I know it was under 18s, but we'll accept a youth team and a first team game.
What do you want from this then? Do you want us to say
So obviously Ronaldo's a decent shout. What was that, 9 years?
9 years?
10 years? Oh no, that was 13 years Ronaldo, wasn't it? 2009 to 2022.
So you're looking at players that have returned, aren't you? That's the sort of...
Rooney to Everton, decent shout.
That's
2014
good,
to 2015, 11 years. Interesting.
Bale to Tottenham, how long was that?
Only about 7 years, wasn't it?
Was it?
Well, he wasn't at Real Madrid for that long, was he? Anyway, let's not worry about that permanently. How important is the Carling Cup to you?
Well,
It's not been called the Carling Cup for 6 years. The
Carabao
League
Cup.
Cup.
Well, the League Cup, obviously, if you get to the final, nice trip to Wembley. And what it can provide is quite cliched now, but it's the momentum of winning a cup and bonding a squad. What that can be like in a what will be a very, very tough title race, top 4 race. We can say both, because if you can go on and win that, then the bond is strong going forward. City have used it quite a lot in the past to help them finish the Premier League season on a flurry and win it a lot of the time. What they won 4 of the last 5, Liverpool picking it up last year, obviously. But a lot of the times, City used the momentum of winning the cup to go forward. If we have that momentum and our players are in capturing the headlines, scoring the goals at Wembley, or winning us our first silverware in years, then you'd hope that strength can help us defeat the likes of, obviously we're battling against Liverpool, Newcastle, Spurs, Chelsea, if they get back in the mix, City and Arsenal running away with it a little bit. But you'd hope that would be the catalyst that can help us push on.
Yeah, I mean, it's a marker of intent, isn't it? And I think the way the sort of football we're playing at the moment and where we are is probably above our expectations for the season, especially how bad it's been recently. Yeah. But it just brings a smile on everyone's face. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure that the work that we've done thus far is where the direction that we need to be going in. And who doesn't love a trip to Wembley? Do you know what I mean?
Get a tattoo of it, Joe? If we win, we get a tattoo like Carabao Cup 2023.
No. You get Carling Cup 2023.
You get Carling Cup 2023. Just to, when you talk about setting up the team, so the final would be on the 26th of February. Obviously, we've got to beat Chelsea first. We've got to get through a semi-final if we even beat Charlton. Sorry, if we even beat Charlton. But just to look at the competition as a whole, after that game, Brentford were currently due to play on that day. So let's say we play them before that gets moved around. The next game would be Liverpool away.
Easy.
Then Southampton, Brighton, Newcastle, Everton, Forest, Chelsea, Tottenham, Villa, West Ham, Wolves, Bournemouth, Fulham. So
not a bad run, is it?
Not too bad.
Our running's decent.
I feel like we're getting rid of some of we're battling some of the big teams straight away in January, aren't we?
Exactly. So that would be a great springboard, wouldn't it? I know it's like you said, it is a bit of a cliche, that whole we get a trophy. But United aren't like other teams really in terms of
we're special.
Well, in terms of what we've won in the Premier League era, there's no one else you can look at and go, this is a long time to not have a trophy. City could go 5 years without a trophy, and all of their fans would be like, "No, remember this."
Yeah.
Even Liverpool, I don't know if they ever went 5 years because they always won bits and bobs, but they were a sort of non-trophy winning team for years. Whereas United, it's unusual and almost unheard of since the late 80s for United to go 5 years without a trophy, and all of a sudden we're here. So I think United need this.
And it kicks on, like if you look at Ferguson, won a cup before winning league titles. Jose Mourinho won he was a big fan of the League Cup, wasn't he? Every time he was at United or Chelsea, and then he was always celebrating winning that. And it just shows, like I said, it's the intent that comes with it, and it's evidence for the players if they haven't already bought into. Good catch. That was impressive. If they haven't already bought into the philosophy of Ten Hag, the proof's in the pudding, isn't it?
Proof's in the pudding. Favourite pudding, Joe?
Steak and kidney.
Nice. I love a creme caramel.
Bit of suet.
Bit of breaking news here, actually.
You're lying.
This is from Fabrizio Romano. I say breaking news. This is last few minutes. Manchester United have reached full verbal agreement to sign Weghorst. Understand that the deal will cost around €3 million to Besiktas. Weghorst will join on loan from Burnley. The final step that's needed is Besiktas to find a replacement, and then they'll agree to the signing. Right. That's pretty big, isn't it? I mean, obviously he's not the biggest name in the world, but United looking like getting this over the line now, obviously assuming Besiktas can get someone else.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on him? Is he this sort of player United need? Do you like him? Does it sort of smack of desperation slightly?
It reeks of Ighalo, doesn't it?
Do you think?
I think so. I think he's a good player, and I think he's probably got better attributes than Ighalo, but he's not the, I don't know how much fear someone who couldn't make it into Burnley squad and had to go and play his trade in Turkey is going to, scare the rest of the defences. But it might have a better effect on the people around him, like Martial looking over his shoulder and thinking, I might get in week week out if I don't, start scoring goals. So there could be that effect. But I mean, it's good that we're getting somebody in, because I don't think we can rely solely on Rashford. I think everyone can agree with that. It's not the name that anybody would have picked out at all.
No. Is it, Joe?
He's not first choice, is he?
Would he be the first person to go from Burnley to Man United? Even though it's on loan. I can't think of too many that have gone.
That I can think of, yeah. I can't imagine there's been many. Obviously, there's usually too much of a golfing quality for that to be an option. But does it make sense to you though, Joe? Even though he's not the first choice, he's a Dutch player that obviously Ten Hag will have seen a lot of with his time at, I think it was AZ Alkmaar he was at. He's known around the national team, so he's a player that he's very aware of. He offers something different to our players. He's big, strong, good finisher, has more of a goal scoring track record than anyone at the club currently for United. He's got 3 or 4 20-goal seasons under his belt. He's not someone that's just, tapped a couple of goals in and been shit for Burnley. He's someone that's got 170 career goals. He's a proper striker, isn't he? You know what I mean? He's only 30 years old as well, I think so he's not past his best.
What it makes sense is if the scouting network for Ten Hag have gone to him, I said, with the money we've got in January, not to bring in a proper replacement striker, here is your list. And the list may have been of 10 names or 5 names. And Ten Hag has probably looked at them and gone, why it makes sense is because, I understand him as a player. He'll fit my philosophy quite well and he can score goals. So let's go for him. Because I do believe that if we wanted to get Felix or we wanted to push on for other players, we probably would have. But you'd hope that there's something coming in the summer.
Yeah,
because we do not want to be in this situation again where we need a striker.
Yeah,
and you'd hope that this is a short-term fix for what can be a long-term solution in the summer transfer window.
The Burnley thing, I think, if you look at his record, so since he was at AZ Alkmaar 2016-17, because before that he was at Heracles and MN and lesser teams.
A lot of big teams.
So from AZ onwards, these are his goals by season.
Yeah.
So 18, 27, 18, 20, 25, 7, which wasn't great. But part of that same season is when he went to Burnley, where he only got 2 goals. He's currently got 9 in 18 for Besiktas, so better than 1 and 2. So if we're being fair, obviously we're disappointed maybe that it's not a bigger name or Felix has gone to Chelsea or whatever. The Burnley era seems more like an outlier than a true testament to his quality. He scored minimum 10 goals every season except that season. He's clearly not a bad player, is he?
No, I mean, if he's going to add 10 goals, that wouldn't be there if he was absent from joining Man United.
Yeah.
And then it's worth the investment, isn't it? And something Ten Hag consistently says is that it's about getting the right player, not getting any player. So you were right, Joe, in terms of he'll have seen the list and seen what his attributes are. And if you look at the team that's playing tonight, he gets into that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So automatically it's an improvement on what we've got.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
he replaces Elanga.
Yeah, he would be playing in this game tonight. So I do believe that it's obviously not the most exciting transfer, but I think it's one that makes sense, and I think he'll get games for United, especially if Martial keeps playing the way that he has done for the since the World Cup. Yeah, he's gonna get games.
How do you say it? How do you say his full name?
I think it's Wout Weghorst.
Wout
double V
Weghorst.
In it,
Right.
giving it the double V's.
Double V's.
But I think I don't think you're gonna get particularly told off for saying Weghorst. But yeah,
Weghorst.
exciting player. I think
South Stretford end.
I've seen a bit of a filthy rumour that despite being sort of massive, 6'6", no, that he actually isn't that good in the air.
Why is that a filthy rumour?
Well, you'd think someone who's 6'6" would be able to nod a few balls in, wouldn't you? Win a header.
Yeah.
Does that bother you? This is a to-feet kind of player.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me now.
Respect.
I'm still getting over the use of filthy.
I just think it's.
That's why I brought Willies up.
Oh right, no, it's not that filthy a rumour. It's just a sort of normal kind of rumour. Yeah.
You got to admit what did you think when he said filthy?
Yeah.
Willies.
Hmm.
You should watch your language next time, Joe.
Thanks very much. Right, let's go back to tonight's game, shall we? Weghorst looking like it's going to happen. I don't know who Besiktas are going to get. They're getting 3 million.
They weren't happy though, was it? Because he said goodbye to the fans at the weekend.
I respect
and,
that. Turns out there was absolutely no deal in place whatsoever, and it's just like
but all Besiktas president hadn't signed it off or anything like that. He's saying bye bye.
Oh well. Jacob Morris says, I only started watching football / supporting United when Marcus knocked out PSG. I would love to see us win even a singular trophy. Jacob Morris has never seen Manchester United win a trophy.
I thought you were going to say
and
like
you come here with the audacity to say things like, oh, the League Cup, it's just basically a big baby's bottle full of shit milk. And we're sucking at it and nothing's coming out. That's what you
exactly
said.
My words with each other.
You said that.
You've twisted that.
You said that.
Massively twisted that.
You said it's a Dulux paint can that's been shook to fuck. And it's nothing more than that. And you open the colour and the colour is poo. That's what you said about the League Cup. Now, do you take those back after Jacob stands here and brazenly admits he's never seen United win a trophy?
Give a fuck what Jacob. Oh man.
Sorry, Jacob. I'm trying my best, mate.
I'm lying, Jacob. I do. I hope we win this for you, mate.
Yeah. See.
Imagine if we score last minute winner at Wembley, fucking run to the camera at the end, and then Marcus lifts his top up for Jacob.
Yeah.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
That'd be lovely.
Like the bad dream.
Would
you go to the final though?
Would I play?
No, would you not play? Will you be going to the final if United get there?
If they needed me, I'd be fucking there for them. Cost a few bit though, I'm not cheap.
No.
I'd definitely go. Trip to Wembley, to some nice food places in London that I like.
Surely the football would be the priority.
Secondly,
even on there, blogging money or whatever.
Yeah. The game. Full time. At least I've had a nice mac and cheese.
Look at this buffalo sauce.
That's not buffalo sauce. That's bed sauce. Oh, sorry.
Ooh.
Jay Frasconi says, gents, on Vout or Voot or Woot or Wout, could you see a realistic scenario, or as they say in America, scenario, where he stays beyond the short loan spell?
If he scores 15 goals.
Depends how successful he is, doesn't it?
If the guy scores 15 goals to the end of the season, or a decent amount where you think, well, he's better than Martial, then you'd fuck Martial off.
But let me just stop
He's
you there.
30 though.
Let me stop you there. Does he have to be better than Martial to get a spot in the squad?
Should be finding football players that can play up front for United that are twice the player Martial is.
Like Neymar.
Well, yeah.
Finding
you've got to admit that we need players in our squad. If we're going to play, maybe not with a striker, but with like a flowing, attacking front three, every single one of them needs to get 20 goals. And that's what the teams do that win the league. Yeah. Well, 15 to 20 goals.
No, you're right.
Anthony might get up there. Rashford's definitely up there. Yeah. Martial isn't. So we need someone else that's there.
Yeah. And I mean, that's if this Weghorst.
Yeah.
Weghorst.
Sorry. Yes.
He seems like more of a sort of clinical striker rather than the sort of fluid football that you'd expect Martial to play in the top.
Sorry, I don't know why I accidentally said but like I went full German. He's not even German. He's Dutch.
Is he Dutch?
You went McLaren, didn't you?
Oh. The best bit about that is I think he says he goes as you say like. When someone who doesn't speak English says, how do you say, like, they don't know the word for it in English. Steve McLaren said that.
Yeah,
he's like, as you say, the Champions League? Like, what are you talking about, as you say? Like, it's coming from another language. Anyway, yeah, Rashford is obviously going to, I would assume, injuries permitting, get 20 goals this season.
Yeah, he should do, yeah.
13 already for United. I think 16 if you include the World Cup, which I think you should really, because it's a major tournament,
isn't it?
In the middle of the tournament, middle of the season. So 16 goals, 6 assists already for him. There's no reason he won't get 20. Martial, at the minute, I can't see it. That's a bit of a worry.
I think the injuries have done him, because I think after his pre-season and he started, he looked all right, didn't he? Like when in pre-season, I got a couple of games and he was injured again. I just think his card's marked at United. Just need, find somewhere with Harry Maguire, away from Old Trafford. See if we can get like a swap deal.
Of course,
multicoloured swap shop. Yeah. We've got 4,000 people watching. Let's see if we can get 2,000 likes. So you're watching this. We've only got 300 likes. If you're watching this, hit the like button and get us to 2,000 likes.
Yeah.
Also, we are 12 minutes from kickoff. Whack your score predictions and your scorer predictions in the comments. Who's going to score and what will the final score be?
If we get 1,000 likes before kickoff, I'll send Charlton manager Dean Holden a voice note.
Whoa, stop you there. What? Wait.
Very close friends.
What do you mean?
How is
this has been going on for 49 minutes.
Very close friends.
And you're only now revealing that you know the Charlton manager, Dean Holden.
Well, his lovely wife was my...
Who's his lovely wife? Who are you?
Danielle, she's been on the show.
Oh, yeah, that's
What do you mean his lovely wife?
I know his wife.
What?
I didn't realise.
She was a CITV presenter as well.
CIA?
Back in the... No, she's not my heart of the CIA. Oh. CITV presenter as well back in the day.
So she works now on a different channel.
Yes. So,
Dean Holden... say it like it's not...
Morgan's got a show on there as well.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
Yeah, Danielle, yeah.
one of the 900 numbers.
No.
So what are you going to do? If we get to 1,000 likes,
get
we're on
1,000, you're gonna
800.
send a
Joe
message.
will leave
My
a voice
last
note.
message to Dean Holden was I've let him down over this. I said I'd get him some Banksy tickets.
Banksy?
You know, for the Media City thing.
Oh, the exhibition.
So hang on a
Just
sec.
forgot.
He's
still got that, isn't
he's
he? Big.
probably walking out on the pitch at Old Trafford now, or it will be in the next 5 minutes. Can we ring him?
No. Voice note.
So wait a sec. What?
Dean, good luck tonight, mate.
Good
All
luck?
the best. Oh.
Good
You're a United fan.
Sorry, Dean. I'm just with 2 United fans. Very upset at the fact I've just wished you good luck. All the best. I hope you beat us.
What?
I'm joking. I hope it's a very close game. Then we win 1-0. The United win 1-0 at the end.
We've got
Bye,
to sit
Dean.
through that.
Is that just happened?
Yeah.
Dean Holden. You've literally just left a voice note from the manager, Dean Holden.
And if he reads it like halfway through the game,
Yeah.
Keep an eye on that. If he listens to it during the game, we've got a
Yeah.
direct line to the manager of Charlton. That is incredible.
That deserves 1,000 likes, man.
We've only got 900.
Come
he just
on.
left a voice note for the manager of Charlton.
Nobody else is doing that.
Genuine as well. Give us a like. Hit 1,000
I forgot
likes.
Danielle was married to him.
I wouldn't be happy if I knew everyone on a watch-along knew my wife but didn't know me. Wow, that was pretty impressive. Yeah, get your score predictions in the comments. I'm going to go through some of them in a minute. If you get it right, Joe McGrath will leave you a voice note. But by leave you a voice note, I mean he'll come around to your house and he'll let you use him as a big life-size pillow for the night. We've got some score predictions here. Yagi Neves, 3-0 to Man United. Ooh, I want to bring a bit of panto to the watch-along.
he's behind you.
I went to
What
watch
does
the
that mean?
panto on Sunday.
Oh, which one?
Cinderella. Phil Mealy was in it.
Really?
Yeah, it was really good.
yeah.
I've not been for
What
years.
happens at the end?
Cinderella gets with the prince. That was
That's
it.
decent.
And then all the adults had to dance.
All the adults had to dance.
Yeah, they got all the adults dancing in the stands. Like Megan Trainor.
She was in it?
No. We strong.
I don't know.
Stop, Paul.
Go.
What do you mean in the gutter? How is it in the gutter? Megan Trainor doesn't live in a gutter. She lives in a mansion. Elliot Manduna, Man United 4. Actually, I'm going to say these predictions with the inflection of a radio announcer, and you've got to tell me whether it's a United win, a draw, or a loss.
The
Just from
first
way I
one's
say it.
nil.
Elliot Manduna says Manchester United 4.
Nil.
Correct. R Dubs says
End Dubs.
Manchester United. Oh, I'm going to say the same one again. Chatsport says won't be easy. Manchester United 2.
1.
Correct. This
Yeah,
is
that's
great.
nice, that, yeah.
Mickey Watt says Manchester United 0.
Charlton nil.
Correct. This is a good game.
Oh,
This.
right.
Okay, here we go.
You're up, Dave.
Manchester United 0.
Charlton 1.
No.
Yeah. Alex Belton, Manchester United 4.
Nil.
Yeah, correct. Anthony Duran, same thing again. Veritas Vincit says won't be easy at all. Manchester United 1. Charlton Athletic
1.
Nil.
Nil. One correct.
well
What's
done.
your score prediction, Joe McGrath?
Listen, probably 2-1 Charlton.
What are you doing? You've voice noted the manager and said good luck tonight. You said I hope you
joking.
win.
We're going to win.
Who's we in this instance?
3-1.
Is we Man United?
Yes. We is Man
You
United.
seem like a chant man. That was like something from People Just Do Nothing.
We is Man United.
Ali
Listen,
G's mixed
you need
up.
to wrap your hands
We is Man United, yeah?
Listen, we're going to win 3-1, but it'd be nice if they score.
What are you saying?
For who?
Just a lovely lad.
For Dean.
How do you know
Salt
Dean
of the
Holden?
earth. Salt of the earth.
What does salt of the earth mean?
He's just a really lovely guy.
I know, but where do you think it comes from?
Just, it means he's what makes the earth great.
What, the salt?
Where would
To be
we
honest,
where
yeah,
would it be
we
without salt?
would, yeah. Helps with wounds,
Of course.
food.
Fish and chips.
Ah, the phrase derives from Jesus' Sermon on the Mount, classic. Nothing to do with Mason Mount, by the way.
Or you.
Yeah. You are the salt of the earth, he said. Jesus meant that the common people he was addressing, fishermen, shepherds, labourers, were worthy and virtuous. He was alluding not to the tang of salt, but to its value, which,
Yeah.
of course, in biblical times was quite the currency, actually.
When do you think they discovered pepper?
It was when, during colonialism, when, well, on a larger scale, when the Brits were invaded Goa.
So when was
That's
that?
when they discovered
What, in the
pepper.
17,
Yeah,
1800s?
like, and then that's when it like the spice trade.
I wonder how Salt felt about that. For ages, they were just the fucking lone star.
Imagine that, though, on the dinner
It depends
table.
where you are, doesn't it, in the world?
Yeah.
Suppose. But yeah, I know what you mean.
It must have been
Salt
shit,
was
though,
like
on the
that.
dinner
Salt
table in, like, the year
knob out.
1060, and you got an S and a P, and the salt one's full. You know, what's this P one for?
Why is that
Why
always
would
S and P, though? Because P should be first, shouldn't it?
Pepper and salt.
Yeah. Because MNOP,
I think it's
QRS,
like how they rate, you know, like on a film script. It's like the biggest actor comes first.
I'd have pepper over salt any day of the week.
No.
I'm a big pepper lover at the minute, you know. Cracked.
He's a pepper lover. He'll take your salt, but you won't
Can leave it.
Jay Frisconi says, gents, on vote, do you see any realistic scenario where he stays beyond the short loan spell? We said no to that, didn't we, I think?
No.
Our service.
Danny Shields.
We said no to that, our service says.
Tadic, Allaire, Weghorst wouldn't be the first Premier League flop striker that Ten Hag has turned into an effective target
True
man
that, actually.
in an exciting team. I couldn't agree more with that. RD Man or Roadman 07, who's been member for 16 months, thank you very much.
Thank you
said
very much.
Joe went from Mr. I don't care to Mr. Angry as soon as he saw the team. Glad to see some youth getting a go, but really hope we can get the win. Brandon Tudor, which I wonder if he's from royal blood. Possibly. Could be, couldn't he?
What, the band?
No, the fucking...
Right. There's two of them, and it's no chance that a member of Royal Blood are watching. What are you talking about? They're from Bristol.
You're joking.
No, they're from Bristol.
You're joking, aren't you?
No.
That's really funny, that, Joe. Well done. Gucci Sensei says, Anthony about to skin some League One boys. Going to be warrants for his arrest after the
Anthony's
game.
got to have a good game today, or I'm done with him.
Why is everyone out against Anthony?
I love Anthony.
He was shit against Everton.
Oh, we won. Shut up, Joe. You're such a fucking... honestly.
I'm not. I'm just saying
You're the most fucking happiest pessimist I've ever met in my life.
He was just like... He
He
was a
smiles
bit-
but says such
I know,
cutting
yeah.
words.
Such a front.
I know.
It's all the pain I'm having. And he's done. No, he's not. Good game today. I think that'll kick his confidence up for City.
I hope so. Paras says, 2 years as a member. Thank you very much for the 24 months. Thanks for everything, you lads. My burning question is, what's the ideal match day snack when watching at home? Joe McGrath. You're the snacker of the bunch.
Who? What?
You review food for a living.
It's a good point. See, the thing is, in like the American football, there's Dean Holden.
Okay.
Checking
his phone.
Speak to me, Derry. Fucking won't reply.
So in America, sorry, he's
Blocked.
asked you what your favourite snack is, and you've started by
Well, in
saying
America, they love wings, and but I'd go for the I don't know, lasagna.
Lasagna for the football, yeah. Why are you too heavy? You're going to pass out.
He's
during
very
the game.
patriotic. He
I'll
sings
fucking get to the
raw lasagna.
I'm gonna pass out.
Raw lasagna.
I'll get to the fucking second half.
Would you?
easy.
That'd kill me if I had a lasagna watching the
Really?
football. Yeah.
Just a.
What size lasagna?
I'm not having the full thing.
Do you know those family pack ones you get? I
Yeah.
used to get them when I was
Fuck
at uni.
them right off.
I think it's like
Full one of them.
3,200 calories. But wow, is it an evening that?
Yeah.
Because you eat it in about 3 different stints. Thank you very much. Yeah, I did
Sorry,
get through.
fine,
Thanks for the
yeah.
round of applause. What about
What would you say?
I'm not sure. I'm usually just like crisps and shit. And
Yeah.
Like snacks.
Chris,
Like,
go more adventurous.
Original
come on.
Lucozade, dry roasted peanuts for me.
Yeah.
You can't argue with
Don't
that.
just say yeah.
You can't argue with that.
Scampy fries,
argue
pork,
with that.
pork
Scampi
scratchings.
fries at home.
Scampi fries. What
Scampi
you?
fries,
They should
yeah.
never
He's got
enter
his
the
own
home.
little thing where he pulls it off,
Yeah.
and then a naked woman appears.
My flatmate got one of them for Christmas.
Did he?
But it was KP nuts. Great.
I'd say what-
Do you not have scampi fries at home?
Nah,
They can't enter the
Yeah.
homestead. The scent alone.
Oh.
Where'd you get them from?
From the shop? No. Yeah, Asda, another sort
What
of
about?
supermarket. Oh, you know, I had at the weekend a Wagyu steak.
I've never had it.
Fucking
Is it
hell.
any
Just
different?
cook
Yeah.
it. What you cook it with?
What was salt and pepper? It
No,
was-
yeah, just that?
And like a garlic sauce.
Oh, decent.
Fucking bad, man.
I've never tried
Really,
it.
really good.
Have you tried it, Joe?
Where'd you get it from?
I think it's.
I've got contacts. I'll speak
Really?
off camera. yeah.
Japan.
Well, that's where it came from. Yeah, from there.
How much was it? Be honest.
Nothing. And my father works at like a catering company, so I've got.
There's a new one now.
I've got
Isn't
a
it? It's
line
all about how
supply.
you treat the cow.
Really?
Yeah,
The cow was very happy
the cow
once
gets
I'd finished with it.
massaged.
Yeah. In one of those massage chairs from JML.
There's Dean.
Stop applauding the
To be
opposition
fair, he's a
manager.
lifelong United fan.
Is he?
Yeah, lifelong United fan.
Interesting.
We had
So
him on
maybe you
very
want
much
us
this
to win.
morning,
Yeah.
so he can't believe his luck.
Bless him.
Look at him, he's fucking bound.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like,
like that.
it 100% is like one of us managing a team and playing at Old Trafford. You won't believe it.
Do you love him?
Yeah, honestly, you met him, you'd want Charlton to win 1-0.
He's got a season ticket, apparently. Is that true?
Yeah.
He's got a season ticket for United.
He's
That's
honestly,
quite cool.
So it's a win-win for him tonight, then, isn't it?
Yeah.
he's one of the most loveliest men I've ever met in my life.
Really?
Yeah,
and
and
you've
he's
met
so good.
a lot of
I've
lovely
met about
men.
4 or 5 men.
You've paid to meet a lot of lovely men, haven't you?
A couple, yeah.
Yeah.
Did a meet and greet once.
Did you?
Meet.
MEAT.
Ooh. Popcorn? Without corn?
No.
Meet the greet with greet the meet with McGrath.
Greet my meat. Okay, I said no, but thanks anyway.
Are you a sweet or salty guy?
There's
They're
only one
both
answer.
half and
I'm
half.
a bit half an hour.
Dan actually was playing down the middle here for this.
Thank you.
For this.
I'm actually okay. For me, it's salted really. Salted's the best.
Yeah, because you're that kind of person, aren't you?
What do you mean that kind of person? I grew up on salted popcorn.
You're a bit salty.
I grew up on salted popcorn.
You're a bit salty.
Where I'm from, salted
about-
popcorn was all we had.
I thought you would like a butter on yours because of your American background.
American background.
My mum's
I never
American.
knew this.
Yeah, my mum's American.
Oh, okay, whereabouts?
United States.
Not South.
No, she's from. She was born in San Diego, but moved about a bit. Michigan, a lot of the family.
Moved about a bit.
She ended
Yeah.
up in Worksop. Oh.
She's a good dancer.
Yeah, why work?
Why Worksop?
I met my dad in San Francisco, came back over here, moved to Nottingham where my dad was from, then my dad got a job with the Worksop Guardian, the newspaper, moved to Worksop, stayed there.
Can you imagine that though when she's there in San Francisco and then
Was there
arrives in Worksop like, you sold me the dream.
Was there never a chance that they'd go to San
I
Francisco?
know, you could have had such a different life.
I know, I'd be so much cooler, wouldn't I? Damn it. Paul Madison said, sorry if I missed it before, but could we get a quick Kobe Mainu scout report? Well, we can actually, because I've only seen him play a couple of times. Obviously, he's not someone that you can see play a lot unless you go to the youth games. But footballtalentscout.net has done the job for us. He's a powerful box-to-box midfielder with very good playmaking skills, extremely versatile and skillful, can play multiple roles in midfield and attack. He's got a good body mass ratio, physical strength, power, stamina, and natural fitness, and he feels comfortable in contact situations. Creative player with superb technical ability, 1v1 dribbling skills, close ball control, and fast shifts in direction during possession. As someone said before, he has long been compared to Paul Pogba in terms of his on-the-ball ability and kind of versatility.
Yeah.
He can defend, he can attack, he can pass, he can dribble, he can do everything. So yeah, he's that sort of player. We've kicked off then. Get your score prediction quick, Joe. You never gave it before?
3-1 I did.
Oh,
4-0.
4-0. I'm going to go 2-1 to Manchester United. Can we get a touch of... a lick of sound is impossible. Interesting. I'm absolutely distraught by that.
What do you mean a lick of sound? We'll do our own commentary.
Go on then.
Good kick.
Remember that? Yeah. And it's amazing that Mataface has got that job when you're just
I know,
basically
yeah.
begging for
Love
it.
Mataface.
Do you?
I'm on a one-man mission to make people. Oh my god, to make people feel better about Mataface.
How's that working out for you?
I've not started
Still
it
just
yet.
you in the club.
Not started it.
Is it true that you set up a sort of a troll Twitter account called Jam Splatterface? And it's a picture of Sam Mataface, but someone's put loads of jam on his face. And they tweet as him in sort of ridiculing tones.
No.
Do you commentating again?
Oh, a couple of good step
Garnacho.
overs. Go on, Garnacho in the box. Pulls
it
back. 1-0. Dallo! No!
Oh, he's got to bury that. Okay.
You're a terrible commentator. You just shouting 1-0 before no one's even scored.
It looked like a perfect opportunity to make it 1-0.
Your audition to be a commentator was going good kick, and then you went couple of good touches, pulls it back 1-0.
Yeah, but
and it wasn't 1-0.
When that happens, though, and I preempt it, I'm going to look like a fucking genius.
Right.
Yeah, the one time
he
that
does
it.
it.
That's why he loses all his commentary gigs to Gaz Drinkwater.
I can't commentate. I can't see.
Really?
I won't be able to pick numbers
What
out.
do you mean you can't see?
I need to wear glasses to drive, don't I? So I've got no chance of seeing who number 14 is for Charlton.
They gave you goggles.
Did they?
No.
They give you a Google Glass and it puts everyone's name above their head. That'd be good.
It'd be good if they could do like a, I don't know, FIFA or Pro Evo or something. You have the names above.
That'd be good. And a little map in the bottom to
Yeah.
show where everyone is. Alex Brewer said, so funny, LMAO, just take my money with a super chat. Thank you very much, Alex. Thank you very much indeed.
What's the penny of that?
Danny Shields says,
I know,
Anthony
yeah.
is scoring
What's
1
the
in 3
fucking
since...
penny of that, mate?
Sorry?
What's the penny of that? I've made him laugh. How much
No.
is it?
Yeah, I think it was.
It was $20.
It was a collective. It was a collective. So need me or thee won't.
I at least deserve $5.
Yeah.
I'll see what I can do. Danny Shields says, Anthony's scoring 1 in 3 since he joined, which is very good numbers for a winger. Can't understand the negativity. Nothing?
But he's a right.
Right.
Well, that's. Was he good against Everton? Yes or no?
No, but did he score?
Three.
Did he score?
Oh,
Do you think you've got a better sort of basis to ridicule him because you're a right winger yourself?
Yeah.
Right.
Staunch
I would've scored that one.
voting.
What
Voting history.
What is it about Anthony that they want more of?
What? To do his fucking job?
probably.
To pick up the ball.
He scores goals. The man just said he's
midfield to defence.
He's one of United's highest goal
flaps. When he gets
scorer.
the ball, he flaps. He looks like scared.
So you want him to be more so? I mean, if you look at him compared to Garnacho, he's not as direct, is it?
No. We spent 80 million quid on him, don't forget.
He was not your money, Joe.
Yeah, your money's in this super chat, and you're not getting hide nor hair of it. Danny Shields says, Joe, I lived in Michigan on and off for 6 years. Ann Arbor.
Okay.
I think I've been to Ann Arbor, actually.
Is it nice?
A lot of Michigan is interesting, but I think really nice. Yeah, there's loads of good
Is
places.
that Detroit?
Loads of good places in
Detroit,
Michigan.
Michigan.
Yeah.
It's
Detroit's
quite,
struggling a bit, yeah, but there's some nice places.
They're quite rural as well.
Yeah, loads of really
Yeah.
good countryside and woods and...
I've heard of Ann Arbor in a film.
Wolves.
Michigan
No,
Wolves.
it's Charlton tonight. Wolves is next week.
But
Actually, we played against Wolves recently, didn't we?
Yeah.
We stopped playing against them every week. Do you remember there was a point?
yeah,
Where it was every other week.
Yeah.
that was the dark days. That.
A lot of draws, and I think we've never scored more than 1 goal in a game.
Didn't we beat
against
Wolves to get into another round of the Carabao Cup? Was it not did it beat them in the semi? No, or a quarter
Not sure.
under Mourinho. Remember a free kick? That's what we scored.
I'm not sure.
Someone get the comments.
Corner to United. Malacia taking it. Left foot.
Oh,
That was a strange corner.
What's strange?
Good flick from Anthony there. Oh, yes, please. Offside. See you later.
Mad that offside happened, but there was also an incredibly dangerous
And,
time.
yeah,
But offside rules.
I love that. He assaulted him, but it doesn't matter because he was
Did
offside.
two rights make a wrong, Joe?
I think so, yeah. No.
There's Dean.
Stop!
Get him, Dean.
What do you mean, get him, Dean? Stop this.
Come on, Deanie boy. He's looking smart, isn't he?
Are you his grandma?
I wish I was.
What does that
I'd be
mean?
proud.
You wish you'd had,
Oh,
had some times with his dad. That's what you're saying,
no,
isn't
his
it?
granddad. Be his granddad, wouldn't it? I'm not a weirdo.
Even better.
Do you like them old?
Sorry?
I said, do you like them old, Joe?
Becky is a year older than me.
Oof.
Shit. I love this really sort of interesting technique we're going for, which is be absolutely terrified on the ball. Go on,
Why?
boot it.
Why?
Look at that.
Sunday League
Oh my God, it could
clearance.
be a fucking assist, eh? Oh!
Oh,
They
See,
do
they're
look
flapping.
scared, don't they,
They're
Charlton?
flapping Charlton. Flappy boys.
there's your man, Joe.
Come on, boys.
Anthony.
I want him to have a good game today.
There's a woman who works in the Nando's around here who looks just like Anthony. So
Did we see her today?
no, not today.
We had a Nando's today.
She was warming up.
What did you have?
Broccoli.
You had broccoli at Nando's.
Corn on the cob. I've not finished it.
Oh. I was gonna-
For some reason, Joe starts with the
I know, yeah, I was
sides.
like that.
And
He,
chicken.
he starts with the smallest item.
Oh, well,
Garnacho.
Come on. Shoot. Oh!
That was probably miles away, but
Yeah, from this angle,
he sold him, didn't
he did. Yeah, you start
He
with
must
this.
have skipped braces as a kid, Garnacho, didn't he?
What's that? What? You're on a mission tonight, aren't you? To slander the good name of Manchester United and all of its prospects.
he? Yeah.
I'm not just saying.
He skipped braces. This is an 18-year-old boy you're talking about here.
I suppose you can get him now, can't you?
Invisalign. 10
Makes me
arms
wonder
got him.
what Dean Holton actually did in the interview with John
Yeah,
this
that's what I
morning.
want to say. That's what I'm thinking. Jealous of his grandma. Telling him how smart he looks.
Yeah, but his teeth aren't going to get him into the semi-finals, are they? Unless he scores like that.
Unless he's offside with
They
it.
do Ronaldinho on the arm, didn't it?
No.
True.
Although he did end
But
up
where
in
is
jail.
he now?
Yeah, that's a mad story, that, isn't it?
What was it for? Like fraud?
He
or
had
something?
fake passports, didn't he, or
Yeah.
something?
Why does
I'd
he-
take a couple of years in prison to have had the life that Ronaldinho's had.
Oh, big time.
How many years in prison would you take to have had Ronaldinho's life?
How bad's the prison? Is
It's
it kind of like
an open one?
It's like a South American prison. You can get drugs, but you may also get a sore bum.
okay? But also you're Ronaldinho, aren't you? So you're probably
What kind
top
of
10
drugs?
greatest top 20
cocaine,
greatest
that's
Brazilian
it.
players of
Yeah.
all time. So he's probably
But you're not in a Brazilian. He's not in a Brazilian prison. I think he's in Brazil in Peru.
Was it? I'll take my chances. I'd do 3 years.
Ooh.
I'd do 3 years for
3
Ronaldinho's
years.
life. What would you do?
I'd probably do it 5.
Fucking hell.
You do 5 years.
Instead of rest, innit? If you got, you know, if people were offering you drugs every day, make it a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, that's true. Joe?
Joe, would you want Ronaldinho? Would you want? What?
Sorry, can we get a paramedic in here? I think Joe's having a stroke. You all right? Completely
Fucking, hold on.
fucking
Just watching the game.
collapsed. Wait, look.
Trying to spot Dean.
What's happened there? You're like a mattress that slid off a bed.
Why-
You're all right. I've got this fucking.
Why are you
camera
trying to?
away.
I was going to say you're looking round a flat object.
Trying to get more angles going on here.
How bad are your eyes, Joe?
Bad.
Yeah, why don't you ever wear your glasses? Oh, I know why you don't wear your
Oh,
glasses.
I think we should save this. I think we should save this for the sloppy joke.
Are they bad? Yeah.
Because it is.
Oh.
I need to bring him in to show
Really?
me.
Yeah, we'll use it as a prop for next
is.
week.
I've got.
Is it like that?
It's so
Oh no, it's work. So basically,
yeah, go
my
on.
dog has eaten one of the handles, so it's only one handle. So I'm like balancing my glasses. I can buy more, but I just can't be arsed. And so I've got to like fucking balance it like that. And every time like people look at me, they get the spook. They're like, "Who is this fucking maverick next to me?" And once, and not about a week ago, I probably did. I pulled into a lane pretty like coming off the M62 going home. I just fucking pulled into a lane like that, and then the car behind me goes fucking mad. Boop, boop, boop. So he pulled up alongside me like that, and I got these glasses on.
With no stem on one side.
Honestly, he was like, "Oh, fucking leave him alone." This guy is off the fucking. I'm like that. Yeah, fucking what? And just the fucking look on his face killed him.
You've won that.
I won that. I won that. Stop beeping.
Like,
I tell you.
like Morpheus.
But
'Cause
you
he
gotta
can't
see
the one on
him.
that side.
However bad do you think they are, they're worse, aren't they,
They're
Joe?
so funny. They're so funny. Oh dear.
I need to get some more actually.
keep them, they're
There's
better.
a tactic in case you're getting a sort of like road rage. Just keep them in the car seat.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Everyone will think you're too unfortunate to take the piss
Should be
out.
drinking tonight, sir.
Aaron Keaveney says, my frustration with Anthony is that he could be more direct. Other than that, I think he will come good. Interesting. Lee Horton says, loving the panel this evening. Please, can you do a shout out to my lad Benji, who is a big United fan up the paddock?
Go on, Benji.
all right, Benji.
How you
Enjoy
doing,
yourself
Benji?
today, Benji.
Have a lovely evening, Benji. Thanks for
Or is he in
watching.
bed by now? Is it early? What time are we on?
No, he's a good dad, man.
Yeah,
He's
keep
football
up.
him.
Yeah. And Joe Prisbilowski says, what a gobshite, and does McTominay. What is gobshite, and does McTominay say it? What is a gobshite?
It's someone who talks shit.
Someone
Yeah.
Someone who lies. A liar. Or someone who just talks too much. One of the two. Either or. Fred. Dallo.
So you weren't happy when Fred got a contract extension this summer then, Joe?
Fucking hell.
What?
That's not your mouth, that's your chin there. That's your chin, that one, Joe.
Fred's all right. McTominay and Fred are bad.
Interesting.
It's like,
Oh,
There he goes, Fred. Oh, what was flying in from Fred?
listen, I like Fred. I like McTominay. Together, nah.
No,
Really?
it's like ice cream and chips.
Yes.
Oh, have you ever had that, though? You ever dip chips, your McDonald's chips into your chocolate milkshake?
No, somebody
That's
mentioned
good.
ice cream and custard to me once.
It's not the roguest thing I've ever heard.
What's the roguest thing you've ever heard in your life?
What's the most mental food combination you've ever eaten?
Custard cream doner kebab.
Have you had that?
Nah, I'm just thought two rogue foods.
Take them apart, put a little sliver of meat in there.
Something I did have the other day, which was delicious, was from Evelyn's in Northern Quarter.
Not
They
this
made a
chip
fresh
cookie,
chocolate mousse,
Yeah.
and they put a little drizzle of olive oil on and some sea salt, and it was fucking delicious.
Yeah.
It was this fresh, like, chocolate mousse. I don't know what the olive oil did, but the sea salt obviously adds that little saltiness, and so the contrast there is great. Joe, you'd love it.
I do like sort of mad textures and flavours. I ate some really good anchovies the other day. It was fantastic. It was
Yeah,
like
I
eating
do like an anchovy.
fishy clay.
I
It was so
remember-
like just creamy and smooth.
We were in was it Prague?
Oh,
No, it was Croatia with my dad, and he's ordered steak tartare, and it's come out and it's frozen. Like literally,
shit.
literally a block of ice and that, like a little stick in it. And I think what it was because it was so hot it would melt on your plate and stuff. So he shouted the waiter over, and he didn't speak very good English, and he goes, "The meat's it's frozen," and they went, "Yes, frozen meat." And my dad, and I'm like, "What are you gonna do?" And my dad didn't want to be rude, so he fucking ate it like a frozen meat lollipop. And my mum said, "What are you doing?" And he goes, "Well, if you eat it quickly, I won't die."
oh fucking hell.
I don't know what.
Is he all right?
I mean,
Did he get food poisoning?
No.
Very not food
Great touch
poisoning.
from Garnacho again here.
I don't know.
Manu pushing up with him. Little 1-2 in the way. No.
Garnacho's having a
Come
great
on,
game,
Garnacho's loving life. The defence are a bit wild, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just diving in all. Ooh.
Oh.
That's the
It
other thing.
reminds me of that school practice this, which is just like fucking keep shooting, see what happens.
Yeah. What?
Oh.
The man in the mask is down.
Can I get a bit more of that, Joe?
Yeah, of course. Oh, I hate the noise of it, but
You should get one of them on
Is that
like
enough, sir?
brew runs and stuff.
No.
pass that through.
Doesn't fucking know about. You got any decaf tea?
It's decaf coffee.
Decaf tea.
Is it decaf coffee?
Oh no, that's BBC, isn't it? Where they are.
Oh,
Forget where I am.
BBC royalty I'm surrounded by here, aren't I?
Not for long.
Oh. Prince Andrew of the BBC.
Whoa!
I know. I'm getting.
Sorry, Prince Harry. He's the one who took
I'm getting the
it,
assistant manager's job at Charlton.
Oh yeah.
That's what he's after.
After that voice,
Huh?
has he listened to it?
Of course not. He's on this fucking.
Yeah. Well, let's see if he has. So you left a voice note for Charlton
About
manager
5
Dean
minutes
Holder
before the game started.
just before
No.
kick-off.
He might check it out. Do you reckon he checks his phone at half time?
I bet he doesn't.
You
I bet he
don't?
stays concentrated, but then afterwards he'll be just sat
He
there.
looked like he was in dreamland there,
He
though.
really did.
Because if it was me, I'd be like taking selfies, like, look at this.
We first
might
met
do.
when it was the 5th year anniversary of the arena bombing, for Manchester arena bombing, and they did a charity game, Celebs versus ex-pros, and he was the captain of the ex-pro. I didn't get a game, unfortunately, but I hosted it with his the sort of stream with his wife, and he was a star. He was such a lovely guy. And then when the pros were like 10 goals ahead,
So when was this? This was only a few months ago then.
6 months ago,
Yeah.
when the pros were ahead, he started getting everyone coffees, and coffees were a little bit of a beer in a coffee cup, so everyone was drinking booze, and it was great fun. Yeah, it was really good fun. He's just a lovely guy.
I could do that. Would you like me that much? If I
What was
did
his
that?
playing career like? He played all over the place, didn't he?
Was he at Bolton?
Maybe. I don't know.
Lovely green eyes. I'll give him that.
I said
Bolton,
Yeah, he was,
Valor, Oldham, Peterborough, Falkirk,
Valor.
Shrewsbury, Rotherham, Chesterfield, Rochdale, and Walsall. Valor is a Icelandic multi-sport club based in Reykjavik, Iceland. It's situated close to the city centre in the east side of town. There you go. That's what Valor is. Very interesting indeed.
Might
McGrath
get a
on the ball.
takeaway tonight. What am I getting?
I don't know. It's late though.
What did you get last time?
Yeah, what
Well, I got a phone call. I was going to get the chicken from the
Yeah.
and my mum phoned me and said, "Oh, we just had a tiny Chinese takeaway." So I just went on. Like,
Oh, it's
reheated.
decent, ain't it, when it's
Yeah,
already there as well.
yeah.
No
Can't beat
admin.
that. What,
Hate-
do you
hate
ever
the
get
admin.
any rogue choices from a Chinese takeaway?
Why? No.
Because I like
you?
it. Because so most people, Dello crosses the ball.
Good ball.
I thought he was going to go for it.
Can't actually thought about an overhead attempt.
Nearly 1-0 again.
Malasia.
Yeah.
Remember when it was 1-0 for a second
Yeah,
before?
yeah,
You love that, didn't you?
Very awkward, that. I believe it.
was your big trial to be a commentator as well? And you said,
Can you imagine if it fucking worked? Wow.
You went, a couple of great touches. 1-0.
I'm trying not to use any of the main 3 apps in January. Just Eat, Uber Eats, Deliveroo.
Really?
Yeah, I'll probably just call them.
Hungry House. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've been using Hungry House a lot. Main 3.
No, but do you know most people, when you get a Chinese with them, they're going for one of your sweet and sour chicken.
Yeah, chow
some sort
mein.
of rib, chow mein, some kind of crispy chili
Okay
beef
sauce.
situation, an okay sauce, maybe a salt and pepper X, Y, and Z. They're your typical. Maybe a black bean sauce if you was an over 50. But some people, you have a Chinese with them, and they've got like dumplings, and they've got like different sort of things that you dip in soups.
They've lived though.
But that's what I mean. I want to become one of those people. Now I want to be one of the people who has got a cool Chinese order. When you're like, oh, cool. Well, how did you know about that food? I want one of them.
It must be a joy for the people who work in the Chinese takeaway as well, because imagine that they're just having to do the same thing all the time. These bloody, heathens over here have got all this fantastic culinary thing that we brought over from the Far East, and everyone's just ordering chicken chow mein.
I know. That's what I want. I want to get some sort of wicked order.
Would you rather Chinese or Indian?
If I had to never eat one again, it would be Chinese. I dropped.
Yeah,
Indian is better, I think.
I think so.
In terms of the sort of typical British offering for both.
Yeah,
but I do love Chinese.
Chinese food's great. I just think it's more. I don't want to say more variety, but more things I enjoy. I think it's like spicier food in India, and I don't think it's much challenge in the Chinese.
Do you like spicy, Joe?
It's a tricky question,
Chinese
That's why I tried to stay out of it because I didn't want to give my answer.
Difficult.
It's too hard.
You're not going to offend anyone.
Well, I offend quite a lot of people.
Just United players and United fans and that.
Well, if I tell you what, I think I'm going to... Last night's curry. I had a curry last night in Levenshulme. It's called My Lahore.
Sorry, how far for what?
My Lahore. Is it My Lahore?
I don't know.
It's decent.
Yeah.
That's really swung me back into the Indian and Pakistani game. The curry houses, it was unbelievable. You can only order curry by the kilogram.
Yes, I know which one you mean.
You believe that?
Yeah.
By the kilogram. You must have known.
Facing where the red cherry used to.
Yeah. Red cherry was open last night.
Yeah, but they do that in lamb chops. You can only order lamb chops by the kilogram.
I love that.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Great lamb chops.
Oh yeah.
So you had a kilogram?
1 kg with someone else. 6 of us, 3 curries.
Yeah.
So, but we took like a good fair bit of it.
How much are we talking for a kilogram of curry? Price wise?
30 quid it was.
Each?
It was expensive.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, each. Yeah, so we spent quite a bit.
But the thing is, a kilogram.
You don't know how a kilogram's unbelievable.
Is it? What would you say?
You could feed 3 people with one of the kilograms. It's only 10 each, isn't it?
And you could that do you for the week, that.
Oh,
Freeze it. Oh, Ethan, how was this? Did you hear about Ethan's food dilemma when he left his beef stew on the side?
No.
I survived it, Scott.
Obviously.
What happened?
what? He ate beef stew.
He left it overnight to defrost or something. Ethan, was it? Am I right? You said you left it overnight to defrost on the side.
That's right. Well, left it a little bit longer.
Left it
than
too
that,
long.
But survived, and it was
But it
delicious.
survived.
So,
When I was at uni, there used to be a girl who lived in the same halls as me.
What, called beef stew?
Her name wasn't Beef Stew, no. But she used to just make a big pot of like meat stew or whatever, and then just sort of Anthony Bender. Get it out! It's 1-0. It's his trademark. Get out! No! Get out, man! You said he was shit. Get out!
I said he was shit.
You did. There's no real.
I said he needed a good game today, and he's having it.
Clear off!
No.
Fuck off.
You fuck off.
The bandwagon is taking no more Joels. We've got one.
We're full. Who are you texting?
Unlucky Dean. I feel like you can get one back before half time.
You're a Charlton fan, dressed like some sort of
Shut up! You can't say anything with
wasp.
your fucking pedo jacket on. Oh, we've said it multiple times, but you still wear it.
Why is it a pedo jacket?
There's a couple of them you could put in that jacket, and it won't look out of place. Sorry, Joe. I overreacted.
I said you look like-
I overreacted because of the.
I said you look like a trendy wasp, and you've called me the worst thing someone can be.
Sorry, Joe.
I'll be honest, I wouldn't wear
No,
it.
I didn't call you it.
It's called.
I called the jacket it.
Jacket it. Jacket it. Shut up.
Right. Fred with the assist as well. Said Fred was doing.
Yeah, man.
Fred was going to be good.
Kevin says, Joe, can you name a Chinese dish with cheese in it?
No. A cheese in it.
Chinese cheese dish.
Is this like a prophet?
I've had curry cheese.
Yeah.
There has not been dairy in the mainstream Chinese diet for centuries. No butter, milk, cheese, nothing. 90% of the population is said to be lactose intolerant. Interestingly,
What?
actually,
In China, 9%?
yeah, they drink a lot of soy milk, which I'd never really put the two together until now.
Would
but-
you try a prawn cracker with cheese on like a cheese board? What?
It's just
It's not like cheese and crackers, but it's cheese. Imagine you were at someone's house and they go, "You don't love cheese and crackers," and they just had a fucking brie and some prawn crackers. There's a cheese board. There's brie, cheese and crackers.
I'd try it.
I'd definitely try
That's
it.
some fusion going on there.
Oh my god. Go on, Dallo. 1,
Oh,
2.
I'm gonna run away with it here, aren't we?
Ooh.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
a
I thought he was
lot
gonna
of
shoot.
last moment blocks here. Oh my god, I can't believe you've done that. Sam Z said, on a more serious note than the match, what's the hottest pepper you've ever eaten? Carolina Reaper, anyone? Surely, yeah, I've seen you eat some seriously hot wings in, what's it called, Birdtown or whatever.
That sounds like a strip
What's
joint.
Birdtown?
Birdtown and...
Birdtown.
Down
what's
to
it called?
Birdtown.
Cluckadoos.
What are you talking about?
Cluckies.
No, what?
No, it's called the Hen House.
Yana Coop.
Yeah. I saw you eat some hot wings.
Oh,
in
yeah,
there.
I did, yeah. Carolina Reaper's a good one. But it depends if you raw pepper, wow.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. That can be intense, can't it?
Yeah, there's a girl at my school who had a condition where ketchup was too spicy for her.
Really?
I think I've heard you.
Is this the beef stew girl?
Oof, what a
No,
goal.
that was at uni. Oh yeah, she used to make beef stew and just leave it out on the side for a week.
A
And just
week?
dip in and out as the week went on.
Me and Jay did a show up in Newcastle once, and I can't. It might be a similar sort. Yard and Coop, is it?
Yeah.
I think they've got one in Newcastle,
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and like they have the hottest sauce. But whoever lost the competition that day had to do a forfeit, and Jay lost, and he can't eat spicy food at all. And he put it into his mouth, and he just started crying his eyes. Like,
really?
ran outside to be sick.
He cried?
Yeah, he can't handle hot korma. That's him.
RJ.
Yeah, RJ.
Oh, that's great. We
Me
need
and
to-
him
What show
in
was it?
Newcastle. We were doing this tour around Europe for the World Cup for a gambling company. It was good.
Does this
Can you
exist
talk?
anywhere?
Was this what? When was it?
Like, what was it called? It was like we had to go around and we go to like fan parks around Europe. We went to Copenhagen, Newcastle, London.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Did you perform or something?
No, just went on.
26?
He wasn't drinking. I was on the piss.
2018.
Yeah. When he was working at that company he was working at before this place.
Yeah. I don't know what they call
The
that.
Voldemort, is it?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to give him any publicity because they're a bunch
Oh,
of
yeah,
twats.
yeah.
Oh no, yes, yeah, fair enough. No, nothing going there. Abhinav Verma says, "What's your favourite thing to order from a Chinese takeaway?" In India, there's a cuisine Indo-Chinese. It's something that's amazing. I've had Indo-Chinese before.
Bundabust.
Yeah,
Did they do it? The Indo-Chinese?
they do. What I think we've got a couple of items on the menu that's Indo-Chinese.
They border each other, don't they, India and China? So imagine the food around there. The food
I heard a
is
rumour that
difficult.
now
Yeah.
India has more has a bigger population now than China.
India
that was the
does.
rumour, yeah.
What do you mean that was the
who
rumour?
told you that?
Google it.
No, not Google it. It's
a rumour.
I
When you
heard
say
it somewhere,
that
and I
was a
don't want to say it
rumour.
with confidence in case it was just in the pub, but I'm sure
Jeff in the pub.
someone said that India now has a bigger population than China. It has for ages.
No, it hasn't.
Not for
China's
ages,
is no,
Ethan.
it hasn't. But Ethan, when it has for ages, it never has.
Is it now?
No, China's number one, 439 million. India, 1.38.
But when was that done? When was that written?
2023. Is that recent enough for you?
You're lying.
All right, then the year 16. Things might have changed slightly then. You
Oh, Garnacho's having the game of his life.
Loves it.
When was that written? Oh yeah, 2001.
Yeah, well, I thought-
It was a week ago, so there might have been more babies. And
Yeah, there might have been
you sure?
70
What's the
million
comment saying about
Indian
that?
people born since then. What do you mean? What's the comment saying about that?
Some people might say you're wrong.
Who would say that? Country with the smallest population? Holy See. SEE, not like holy.
Where is
crap.
that?
Holy See, a population of 801, which is basically where is it? Holy See is
Would
a
you like to live
church
some-
jurisdiction in Rome.
So is that the
Vatican.
Vatican City and stuff?
Big time, big
To
time.
change names.
No, they're
was
like
it a
that.
Bit of a rebrand.
Holy See.
Bringing
sometimes-
Jesus into 2023.
Holy See.
Yeah, Holy See isn't the same as the Vatican, even though it's often confused with the Vatican. Interesting.
I wouldn't like to live in a place with a low population.
No.
You know, when you watch Emmerdale and it's just gossip all the time, you couldn't get away with much. Like if you were a serial killer.
Yeah, it'd be tough, wouldn't it? It's good
Yeah,
being a
you
serial
killed 3
killer,
or more,
imagine.
you'd fucking...
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a lot of people done
Like
it,
with
innit?
Manchester, like that guy who's been pushing people into the canal has been going for years.
He loves it.
It's easier to hide in a
she?
big city. Are they?
It's always a
Oh,
man, though,
no.
isn't it? Let's be honest. It's never. It's so rarely is it a woman.
No.
Hindley West.
Who's the one that... what's she called now?
The suspense.
Someone really famous played a serial killer. Not
Female?
Not Carol Vorderman. It's like she begins with a C.
Not Carol.
She's like she used to batter men. She used to be like a. This is the serial killer, not the actress. She used to be like pretend to be a prostitute, and then she just kill the men who bought.
Right?
Sorry.
Eileen Werner.
Eileen Wernos. Google who played her. Eileen Wernos. You'll know her straight away. This actress. Sorry. Or they.
Oh, I knew it. It was Charlize Theron. Oh, is it the other one? Charlize?
Is it Charlize Theron?
It's either Charlize Theron or it's the one who looks like Charlize.
Great film.
Called
She won an Oscar for it.
Monster. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she did win an Oscar. Yeah, she looked completely
Charlize
different, didn't she?
Yeah, she looked unbelievable. Just get a picture of her up.
Yeah.
Was she American or South African?
Who? Charlize Theron?
No, the
don't know.
girl.
Mad dad, that's Charlize
Yeah.
Theron, isn't it?
Great job.
Carl Vorderman would have done a good job as well, I think.
She would. Yeah.
She does a good job at everything
She'd
she
have done a
tries.
great job of counting the victims,
Oh.
wouldn't she?
Yeah.
What would be
Two
your-
big, one
what-
small.
What would be your preference? If
Getting
you're going to get
battles.
done in by a serial killer, which
Yeah.
what would you like?
How would I like to go?
Would you want
Shot.
to go? Would you got to go? And your body be shocking, you know, so you like you may,
Mm.
or would you want some sort of quick and easy death?
Yeah, like a sort of cattle bolt.
Yeah.
Apparently,
But
when
nobody
you,
remembers them ones, do they? It's
no.
always the ones who get like dissected. and
Apparently,
eaten.
when you drown,
That's
you
like-
experience like 10 orgasms at once.
No,
just
you
before
don't.
you end.
Did the same person?
Imagine that.
Did the same person who told you that India had more people than China?
Hey, very close. So maybe
Very
9
close.
orgasms. You experience something unbelievable when you drowned. You do, just before you die.
How do you know that? Who was told this
The
story?
elation is apparently unbelievable.
Who was told this
I don't
story?
think you physically come 9 times.
I don't think that's true.
Google it.
Does it feel nice?
You'd have more
to
people
drown?
trying to
The
drown
last
themselves. The last bit.
Right, I've googled. Does it feel nice to drown? And you Googler said help is available. 116123, Joe. So let's not actually.
Yeah, let's not encourage that.
Oh yeah, don't.
Although actually,
What? Say yeah.
absolutely not.
Yes, it does.
I think it's meant to be really awful actually.
But right at the end, it feels great.
But,
Stop saying this.
I don't. Who's come back and give a fucking TripAdvisor on
Yeah.
that? Like, no, it's like the suffocating part was terrible, but the 10 orgasms at the end was, it was worth it for that.
2 stars.
Yeah, would try again.
Drowning to death. Yeah, I think we'll cross that off the list of. What are you looking for there?
I just wanted to see if I was right.
Were you?
No, I don't think so.
Where did you get that from?
I'm sure there was something going around saying if you drowned, then it just feel good right at the end.
That's so insane. That's such an insane rumour that
Let
you
me
just
just do
started.
some more looking.
There's fucking 3,500 people watching this that
Like,
you're lying to.
would you go through the worst sex ever just to come? Because that's what it'd be like, wouldn't it?
Oh, that's true, yeah, but not 9 times.
Yeah, but who needs to come 9 times?
You know?
Is one's not enough for you, Joe?
True.
Counter attack here for Charlie.
You've only got 2. Well, you got 1 pair of socks.
United got back quite well actually. Dallo. He don't know what to do here, the lad, does he?
No.
He had Dallo 1-on-1 there and just couldn't get his head around how to knock it past him or try and come inside. He looked a bit clueless there.
Considering you're quite pessimistic at the beginning, Joe McGrath, are we feeling a little bit more, Fred's assisted Anthony, got a great goal. They've not been under the cosh. You thought it was going to be a tough game.
Sorry, I'm just reading.
I know you're being very rude. I'm glad
saying,
we're not on a watch along and people around the
yeah.
world are watching us while you're there.
Drown is supposed to feel actually good, so.
It's not.
Some people say I'm right.
We answer the question?
Listen, Anthony, I wanted Anthony to have a good game.
I mean, as a whole,
And I've always said I
United,
like Fred.
He's on the ball again here.
Where's
Anthony.
McTominay, though? Come on, Anthony. Score again.
Yeah. Takes a lot to prove Joe McGrath wrong. He's trying his best.
just one click search on Wikipedia.
Wan-Bissaka apparently set to replace Dallo.
Oh, free kick here.
Interesting that. I wonder if that's an injury thing. I hope not. 32 minutes in.
You'd
It's earlier, isn't it?
Hernia.
Early.
You heard it here first.
You've had a hernia?
Never.
Yeah, it's painful.
Don't plan on.
You might.
You've had it all, you, haven't you?
You've never had a hernia.
You've had it all. What is hernia?
Inside you.
What is hernia?
He's definitely injured.
Yeah, he is. Dallo looks like he's injured.
Yeah, I feel like we're like.
I love we get these notes saying that he's getting subbed off like we're not watching the match. Wan-Bissaka coming on. Hope it isn't a hernia after you've said that. You'd be getting a lot of stick if it is.
You brought it up.
Well, it's probably more likely than the goals you've been shouting out.
I fucking love it. Someone just sent me a link on Twitter. India to overtake China in weeks.
How many weeks?
3 to 4.
No.
No. World population reaches 8 billion. India to overtake China to become the most populated country.
In how long?
I've not got that far yet.
Right. Cool facts, anyway.
But it's good though, isn't it?
Is it?
What, overpopulation?
No.
What's good about that?
Joe, you're right about all things. Thank you, this guy. I heard drowning thing too. Let me find that. This guy, Willie, is trying to help me out here the best he can.
Yeah.
You all come here being dead fucking snidey about some of the stuff I say.
You said
right.
India has got a greater population than China. That is false. You said that drowning feels class just before you die. That so far has not been proven correct.
Wait, the 10 orgasms was the
Yeah.
description that
No,
we
and
gave.
then I levelled with you, went to 9.
Right, so if Willie doesn't come back with 9 orgasms,
Fred?
for you-
Fred!
Oh, inside of the post.
Come on, Fred!
Out there. Oh, that was the Shakhtar Fred.
Oh.
That was the Shakhtar Fred. It was so close. Oh, that's the one we bought.
Would have been 2 of the best goals ever, that.
50 million quid up in smoke there. The difference between a post and not. And now he's
just done that.
He's lost his head. Who's this Willie that's helping you out?
Don't know, just DMing me on Twitter. Thank you, Willie.
That's a great free kick, that. Like a young David Beckham.
It is an unbelievable free kick.
Oh.
Inches. Absolutely inches. That's a shame, Dallo being injured, isn't it? That I don't like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of nice talk about him this week, aren't there? You guys did a great video on him this week, and his attitude seems spot on. I hope it's not a long-term thing. Maybe it's just a knock to take him out again. Oh,
They've got a free kick in a similar position now.
Like a Fred-type player. Ooh.
Shame that, Dallo, because he's only just come back from an injury, hasn't he?
Yeah.
After the World Cup. How much do you think the University of Greenwich are paying Charlton for that kit sponsorship?
Great question. £100,000?
Less than Team Viewer are playing United.
Yeah.
100. How much is it? We think 100 grand for the year.
Don't know.
What? Is it?
I would say about that. Charlton are excited to announce an expanded partnership with the University of Greenwich. A new 3-year deal will see the name proudly sit on the front of the away shirt and the back of the first team shirt. Does that change your number? It's not on the. It's not at the front of the home kit.
Oh, maybe 60,
60.
75.
I need to see how much this is.
How do you know the figure?
See if it's reported in the local press. No. Free kick to Charlton.
No.
For a second there, it looked like that might be going in, didn't it?
You got to say, like, if your job is to play football, you got to just get something on target, and you
Yeah.
Good game so far, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's decent.
What are you looking at with that stare?
No stare.
There's a big stare.
No big
Dean.
stare.
Dean. Move out the way, ref.
Is Dean your favourite man in football? Dean Holden, Charlton manager.
Dean Holden, yeah, I'd say that. Top 2, Ten Hag.
And then who's 3?
Great question.
In British football?
Martinez.
Roberto Martinez.
No. We didn't want players. Martinez.
Oh. Lissandro Martinez.
Yes.
Yeah. I was going to say.
I didn't think you just wanted managers.
Well, I didn't. You didn't say. You just said a surname that about 200 million people in the world have got.
Is one of them on the pitch now?
Okay.
If I said Fred, you wouldn't think, oh, right, said Fred.
He's not a footballer. I thought it was a band.
Fred again.
Fred Astaire. Here's a question then. Can you believe that Martinez has got... Is it the Portugal job he's got now?
Yeah, which
Yeah.
is crazy, isn't it?
He's gone from
So
Belgium.
you fail with Belgium, and then you get given the Portugal job.
Well, in his defence, did you see what he came out and said? Because everyone always knocks him for this golden generation thing where he never won a trophy, didn't get to a final. He didn't get to a final, did he?
No.
He got 3rd place in the World Cup last time, didn't he? With like Lukaku, Vertonghen, De Bruyne, all them lot. But he said, failed. Belgium was the number 1 ranked team in the world for 4 years.
That's a good point.
Do you think?
No, but that means nothing.
Well, it meant something
Very
to
much
him.
the Lee Westwood of defences, isn't it?
Well,
Never won a major, but have been highly ranked for a long time.
yeah, I was like Jose Mourinho of United when finishing second was my greatest hit ever achieved.
Yeah, that's very much the same playbook, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's mad that he's got the Portugal job, isn't it? How is he? How is he
I don't
deemed
know why,
the best
but-
person for that job?
I don't know, but again, you look at managers and you think, how quickly do Portugal want to rebuild their squad, and what manager could they give it to right now?
Yeah.
Don't know.
Maybe all their first choice managers are out and are working.
If you were the Portugal manager, would you be picking Ronaldo and trying to sort of
difficult, that,
milk
innit?
the last
That's
drop
so
of nectar
difficult.
out of him?
So difficult.
I'd be not a chance.
But the hierarchy of Portugal probably love Ronaldo so much. Well, you got to be helping each other out there. That you don't even know if that decision's in his hands. He might already be on the fucking sheet.
More like if Martinez, people upstairs saying, well, Ronaldo's got
hold
to
on,
play.
no, Ronaldo's definitely playing. What's all going on here?
That used to happen, when Graham Taylor was England manager back in the 90s. They used to have a board for the FA, and when he was selecting his players, he used to have to go and run it past
Really?
the board beforehand.
And what players were more in favour with this
The
board,
ones
do you
that
know?
weren't black.
Is that actually true?
Yeah.
Fucking
The documentary.
That's horrendous, isn't it? Mental.
And that was like 92.
Very recent, really, isn't it?
Blimey, 30 years. Charlton leaving a lot on the United players, aren't they?
know,
Giving them
yeah.
a good battering.
Barged into Maguire there a minute ago in the box.
That's the other positive about not playing your full strength team today, because you've got a lot of reckless players from Charlton,
Players.
managed by the equally reckless Dean.
Hold on.
Bad word said about Dean. Oh,
You love that man too much. He'll break your heart one day, you know that,
you
Joe.
will do.
They always do.
They
He
always,
always
do.
do. He's got a hold on you for sure.
Oh.
You've had your heart broken, Joe.
Sorry?
You've had your heart broken.
No, I had some palpitations once, but it was all fine. I
Is
had
it fine?
palpitations for like 3 months, actually.
Oh yeah,
That was
I remember
scary.
that.
No, 2 months, from October.
What, consistently?
Yeah, probably anywhere between minimum 20 up to a couple hundred a day.
Fuck.
Where it'd be
Jesus
like
Christ, that's intense.
And
isn't
there
it?
was
every
no-
few seconds I was having palpitations for 2 months.
And there was no sort of reasoning.
No, I
behind
went to
it.
the hospital, they said, oh, it can happen. Sometimes your heart gets a bit like out of whack and it can take a few weeks to come back. So from like my sister's birthday, which is what I remember when it was, October 2021 to about Christmas, slowly went away.
Jeez.
Absolutely terrifying. Yeah, horrible.
Oh.
But, we don't talk about it.
What happens in that situation when you do get scared or something? So you're already in palpitation
Yeah.
mode, but then...
I don't know what the next step,
What's
the
the next
body's
step?
next
Death?
step after that. I
Is
think
it
it's
like-
death,
oh,
yeah.
okay.
Instant and
Well, you did
imminent
well
death.
out of it then. You come
I'm
through
still
the
here.
other side. Yeah.
And I'm not having the palpitations anymore.
Good luck.
Touch wood. Suvik Bhattacharya says, if it's 2-0 by half time, I'd love to see Zidane Iqbal come on.
Yeah.
He'd be good to see.
I think that is what Ten Hag's looking for, is to bring on these younger players if the game is in a more comfortable position. Go and get a couple of goals before half time, and then we'll look at changing things up a bit.
Interesting that Maine is considered the sort of the most playable of those youngsters, isn't it? Because you'd think from pre-season that Savage and Iqbal would be ahead of him on the list. But I think he came on, or he was on the bench recently in another game as well, and starting this one, obviously, he's ahead of them. Go on, Anthony, get in the box. Right foot, you've got a right foot. Wan-Bissaka. See, now I'm worried if anything happens to Wan-Bissaka. Oh dear.
Maguire just got sold there.
Is it 4-on-2 here? Oh, that's a sharp pass though. If anything happens to Wan-Bissaka now, we are really struggling to get City, aren't we?
I hope not. Fingers crossed. I got a drowning update.
Oh.
Willie has said that unfortunately, Joe, there is nothing about orgasms. However, there is a lot in suggestion that once you stop the struggle when you are drowning and let go, you'll feel the most calm you've ever felt possible, even on land. One source was actually a Joe Rogan clip. So take that on board. Willie's done a lot of digging for me. Thank you, Willie.
I bet it has, down the years. Even on land. I love that. Hey, you think it's good on land?
Right, here we go. Fucking hell. Frey's been in touch, watching the stream on delay about the drowning. In the final moments of drowning, the blood vessels in your brain expand and blow out, causing an incredible sensation.
Right.
Not quite 10 orgasms, but would be the same sort of calm.
If we reframe that a separate way, what he said there is just before you die, your brain explodes.
What I'm looking for is the word sorry.
Yeah, thank you. I accept your apology. Thank you.
How's that
Finally
any different
said
to like any other form of suffocating? It's not, is it?
Yeah, it is.
You don't know what is going on Earth at the moment, do you?
What other form of suffocating would it be?
Well, you can get like
Loads.
there's loads of other ways of suffocating, can't you?
If you're drowning, you're also swimming as well.
No,
Well, you're not, because you're dying.
Anyway, let's cut this.
Drowning and swimming is not the
Suvac has messaged again, and he said, "I hope Newcastle win, and then we can play City in the semi-final." Interesting. Let's go up. Let's look around the grounds. It's currently Newcastle 0, Leicester 0. So far, nothing doing on that in that game. Apparently, Bruno Guimaraes has just passed the ball into the box, but Willock couldn't take it into his stride. Couldn't score. So, who would you rather won that? I feel like Leicester are more beatable, aren't they?
Yeah, Leicester are definitely more beatable. This is a downfall of Eddie Howe's Newcastle.
You were touting and espousing some level of what can we say, distrust, naysaying towards Eddie Howe earlier.
I was just trying to wind our producer Ethan up, who is a diehard Newcastle fan.
Yeah,
I think he's doing quite a good job, and I wouldn't like to face him because you never know what's going to happen over that. Is it 2 legs? The next one?
No,
have they got rid of that?
It's just Wembley, isn't it?
Is it? I thought
that's the FA Cup.
Oh, it's the FA Cup. That's how long it's
But
been.
is it still? I thought they got rid of the.
No, they got rid of it for COVID, but they've brought it back again now. I think it's 2 legs.
So 2 legs.
Yeah,
that's a ball leg, that isn't it?
I know. Weird, that, isn't it?
They should just do it.
I don't lose power over them.
I used to love when they used to do it at the neutral ground. You know, like they play Villa Park or something. Bring that back.
Great, wasn't it? They're just greedy, aren't they, the FA? Wembley.
Bit of an attack from Charlton here. Overlap, ball across.
Ooh.
Well smothered by.
Considering they're like, 45 places below United, they've not been that bad.
No, and United have, unsurprisingly, not been particularly clinical, have they? It's taken an absolutely world-class effort to be in the lead. We've not had that many chances. We've been controlling the game, but it's not been one where United have been, banging on the door all the half, is it? We'll get to some of that analysis at half-time, but yeah, nothing massively exciting so far. But this is kind of what we all expected, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought we'd get another goal. Came close with Fred.
Yeah,
Alanga's been a bit.
Forgot he was on the pitch.
He's not done much at all, Alanga. Go on, Harry. That's a good little clippy. It's a great pass, actually. Great touch as well from Garnacho.
Garnacho, he's a great player.
A bit casual with that.
Do you not see what I mean by the difference between Garnacho and Anthony at the minute? Is that Garnacho wants to take on defenders more, and he's looking like a such more dominant player when he. Well, this is a lad who will grow into being a better player than Anthony. I want more from Anthony in that respects.
Yeah.
But I get he can score these great goals.
Yeah.
But we should be terrifying the defence on the both left and the right.
No, I agree with you, but do you not think there's probably more pressure on Anthony and he might be feeling it, whereas Garnacho's won't be as daunted because he's come through the United system somewhat, and he's also a bit younger, and sometimes you get the arrogance of youth.
And I think Anthony, I know he does give the ball away occasionally, but I think he's a more consistent player than Garnacho. I think Garnacho is more kind of like exciting and direct than Anthony is. But
Sometimes I feel like Anthony doesn't want the ball that much.
In a strong tactical system, I think Anthony's more reliable. You know what you're going to get out of him every time. He'll do the thing that the manager says. He'll pick the ball up. He'll play the ball on the overlap like that, and he'll create chances or help chances that way. He's not as like get it and drive at the defence as Garnacho is, but Garnacho loses the ball a lot by doing that. So I think it's good for a young player, and he's obviously really exciting. But I think for a first team regular, I think Anthony's consistency is probably better.
Reliability.
Yeah. Reliability, yeah. I think Ten Hag knows what he's going to get out of Anthony every week. Even if it's not been quite what we'd, as much as like. Did you see he crashed his car the other week, apparently?
Anthony did.
On the motorway, yeah. Well, it's in the mirror, so, put your own amount of reputability, if that's even a word, on that. But yeah, apparently so. I wonder if that's affecting him. Half time then, Manchester United 1, Charlton 0. A great goal. I mean, when I say Anthony scored, if you haven't seen the goal, it's exactly the goal you think it is.
Yeah.
Worldy.
Cut inside, spun it into the far corner. It's his trademark at this point. What are your thoughts on that first half there, John?
It was a decent first half. I thought it was very, very tough. Both teams really giving each other a bit of stick on the pitch. Big tackles going in, rough and ready football. I think that's how Charlton are going to try and make the most of this game, is by trying to bully some of the younger players a little bit, because there's experience on the pitch there for Charlton. Yeah. They've not made the most of any of their counter-attack, which is, they'd have liked to. But they've not had that many set pieces. They had a decent free kick in a good position, which was okay. Not many corners. United should try and, hopefully be 2-0 up, but we haven't got that second goal yet. So I think the second half will be all about securing a goal straight away.
Yeah. What do you reckon, Scotty? Was that the half you expected, or was it better, worse, different?
Yeah, pretty much, because it's not a team that play together on a regular basis, and we talked about the game how it was a lesser talent than our usual stock. What going in 1-0 at half time is expected, but there's been certain things we can look at as highlights. You got Garnacho, I thought, has been sensational again. It's been that best threat of attack going up and down that left hand side. Anthony's goal was really good, really well taken, but it was quiet aside from that. Elanga's disappeared, and again, that when we talk about the signing that we're going to make in the next couple of days, as a centre forward, just shows why we need him. To be fair to Maguire, I'm one of his critics. He's looked all right at the back. Decent couple of passes. Heaton's not really been challenged, but I'd just like to see, when it's 1-0 and you've got 45 minutes left in these sort of games, there's always a chance that, one little slip up. But I've not seen anything sort of cause for concern from Charlton at the moment, and I think United should walk the next start. Yeah,
we need to do something. I think we might see a couple of first team players coming on just to make sure. Yeah. Because if I think, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think it's straight to penalties. I don't think there's extra time. So if they score a late goal, then it's in penalties, it's a toss of a coin. Even, I know often, obviously, better players do tend to win penalty shootouts, but it's a much tighter, closer game than it would be.
Solskjaer's here, we got beat by Middlesbrough.
Yeah, that was this time last year, wasn't it?
Was it? Yeah,
that was the FA Cup 4th round.
Oh, was that the FA Cup? But still,
same time. Same like I said, this time last year.
It's like it's like a toss of a coin.
Yeah. So the last thing we want is this to go to penalties. So we need that second goal. It's almost exactly the game I expected. I said 2-1 before the game. I'll still stick with that. But I think that it was just a team that isn't as good playing against a team that's really sitting deep. The amount of times we've had shots. We've not had that many chances and that many shots, but we've had a lot of shots blocked early, like smothering chances. A lot of them are on their 6-yard line. Like they're sitting really deep, almost similar to how Everton played when they were defending last week, but obviously not quite the same quality. It's good that we've got something like Anthony's left foot, because when you're sitting that deep, you almost need someone who can penetrate from 20 yards out. If you can't get through him, sometimes you just have to go
get on him.
Like he kind of did there. And I think if it wasn't for him, we'd be struggling in this game, because yes, Garnacho's looking good, but Alanga's not done anything.
No.
And their other best chance came from a 30-yard free kick from Fred. You see the shots there, 10 shots, only one on target. And most of those, I would assume, have been blocked rather than put wide. Massively controlling possession, 0 clear chances, as you can see there again, which is a problem. I suspect we'll be good enough to win this, but I think we're probably going to need 1 or 2 of Rashford, Casemiro, Eriksen or Shaw.
Would you risk them though?
Yeah.
If you even though we've got City at the weekend.
Beating City, obviously, if we beat City, that's great because that puts us 1 point behind them. You then cannot argue that United are fighting Man City for whatever league position.
Yeah.
But if we're honest with ourselves, the odds of us falling away from any sort of title ideas is much greater than us falling away from a semi-final. Do you know what I mean? I'd take a semi-final in any competition over 1 point off City instead of...
Still finish top 4, you still finish top 4.
Yeah, that's the point. I think we can still finish top 4 without a win against City, and we can't win this trophy if we don't win tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's just bragging rights. Even if we get a draw against City, I'll be happy at the weekend. I just think that with Charlton not really threatening, I mean, I expect them to come out in the second half a bit more attacking because they've got everything to play for now and they go home or go out of the cup. But I just wouldn't risk it. I watched Casemiro against Everton and it was probably the worst performance for United. So I don't think they've been overly dominant in midfield.
Do you not want to think then Casemiro might get his confidence back up by just dominating?
Just like, you know, he doesn't like need to play against Charlton and have a good 45 minutes to get his confidence up, does he?
But I think a goal will help him already. I think knowing that he can cut inside and have that accuracy, that's gonna.
I was talking. You mean Antony?
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about Casemiro?
Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that.
Listen.
Yeah, I wasn't listening. I was reading ahead.
Hey,
Mid-token Brazilians there.
Mid-token Marius says, good to see the team starting to play consistently well. FYI, I've been close to drowning, brackets accident, and it really, really hurts. Would not recommend. And that'll be the last word on that.
Oh no, because I've got what the difference is between drowning and suffocation.
No, we'll leave that. Akash Solomon says, was Wan-Bissaka being booed every touch? Wasn't sure. We can't hear anything of the game, so I'm not sure about that. I'd be very surprised if he was. I don't see any reason why that would be the case. If he is, I'd be shocked. Danny Shields, listen up here, Joe.
Danny.
Listen up, bucko. Anthony's off the ball work is what Ten Hag loves. Not appreciated by chicken wing enthusiasts, but massively important. That was spicier than a Frank's Red Hot.
I do a lot of work off the ball. In fact, I've never been on it.
Is that insulting to be called a chicken wing enthusiast? You are.
That's quite nice. Yeah, it's quite nice.
There's worse things to be called, isn't there?
A bell end.
You could be called like a pedo.
No.
I didn't call.
The jacket.
The jacket.
Sorry, that's what
I called it. I said it was a jacket. I didn't call Joe
anything.
Do
you expect?
I didn't call him.
Would you make any changes? Or do you expect to see changes?
My life?
Would you risk it?
Oh,
you are. You've been running 5K every day.
I know. I've been passing so much wind over here, by the way.
Have you?
That popcorn.
Have you not felt it?
No.
I'd rather drown.
I am drowning. Can't fucking see. Can't wait for my 9 orgasms in a minute.
There's plenty of people in this video video who haven't seen what you're talking about.
Okay, we'll forget about it then. I think what he might do is take Elanga off and just bring Rashford on. Just kill the game, I think, completely. I think Rashford would dominate a team like this. Look at how much confidence he had in creating pretty much all the goals against Everton, and I think he'd be chomping at the bit to maybe get a couple on the score sheet today. Obviously, you do run the risk because they play quite aggressive, Charlton, that they might leave one on Rashford a bit too hard. But it depends what Ten Hag wants to do. If he trusts he's a starting 11 now to get another goal by the end of the game, then he'll leave it like that. Yeah. So hopefully, I think we won't see any changes.
I don't think we will. I think he'll have the faith. And
there's the classic 60-minute mark change, isn't there?
Yeah.
What would you do then?
Rashford is for me the one. It depends though, doesn't it? Because if you're focusing on not losing, Casemiro is probably the big one, isn't it? But if you want to win against City, without Marcus Rashford, I don't see how that's possible, to be honest. The way our attackers are.
Oh, no, yeah.
So he's the one for me that you really need to be careful with. But obviously Casemiro would be a great loss as well. I don't know. Ideally, we get a second goal within the first 10 minutes. We don't need either.
That'll dictate what
But if it's 1-0 going into the last 10 minutes, that shit's
anything can happen.
Because imagine how painful it would be. Because the other thing to remember is, resting Rashford and Casemiro and Eriksen doesn't guarantee we beat City. So we could easily lose this by not playing them and still.
No, but you
lose
want to give
at the
yourself
weekend.
the best chance.
Yeah,
don't
of
you?
course. But what I mean is, we need to make sure this game gets won
Yeah. You
before-
can only play the game in front of you. But I just think that. Did anyone ever, outside of Alanga, did anyone have a really bad game in that half for United? Did you ever feel threatened at any point that they were going to score?
No, I didn't.
I don't think there's any drastic measures need to do.
Can I say as well on my Anthony slander, right?
Mike.
I'm not saying Anthony's a bad player. What I'm saying is I want more from him, and that's not a bad thing.
What do you want from him?
I want him to look like a player who actually wants the ball when he's attacking the defence. I always feel like Anthony, he's got great shots on him, but when he's going to be attacking the defensive lineup, I always feel like he's looking for the pass away. He looks to pass it to the inside or get it on the wing, and sometimes they don't really work. Whereas Garnacho is always looking to try and beat the defender.
Yeah.
Now, I understand that now and again, a pass here and there, maybe into the centre and out wide, is good. But I feel like he's got he needs more confidence. He's scoring goals every other game. Like, take a defender on. We will get behind you still if it goes wrong.
You're comparing the two players, but was ever that Anthony's sort of style to go past?
He was this tricky Brazilian winger.
No, he's never like just because he's Brazilian. He's not like the usual sort of flamboyant. Don't go off what YouTube and stuff. He's quite an industrial winger. Works really hard. He had a few moves and stuff, but he's not like a Neymar or anything like that.
Joe wanted Neymar.
I just wanted more.
Well, just, be happy with what you got.
Happy says, great to see you, lads. Astronauts say that space smells like hot meat.
Space smells like hot meat.
Would you like to
How
go
would
to
you
space?
know?
What was
There
a
must be
vacuum?
some sort of like... What?
Do vacuums have smells? I suppose my Henry
I guess so,
Hoover does.
yeah. Although, no, it can't, can it?
Yeah,
How
what
can
are
a
you
vacuum
smelling?
smell of anything? There's no particles in a vacuum, is there?
Are we talking about outer space now, not Henry Hoover?
Yeah.
Oh, right,
yeah.
Oh,
But then
should have
surely
made
if
that, shouldn't he, really?
there's sun... What is the definition of a vacuum? Because space has got light going through it. So obviously some things can be in a vacuum and it still be considered a vacuum. Anyway, let us know in the comments. What's the definition of a vacuum and how can space possibly smell of meat? Newcastle, Leicester. I think the other games are tomorrow night, aren't they? And we've got Nottingham Forest versus Wolves, Southampton versus City. Give us your thoughts on any of those fixtures, Joe. What do you want to see? What do you expect to see?
You expect to see City just going all the way, don't you? Picking up the win against Southampton, that's easy. I suspect Newcastle will beat Leicester. Just looking at some of the chances that we're getting shown here for the half-time replay, they just look like they're ready. They're knocking on the door, and Leicester look a bit shaken by it. So unless something dramatic happens at half-time, I expect to see Newcastle City in the final. What was the other one again?
Sorry, it's Forest Wolves is the other one.
I'd go Wolves.
Yeah, but they're both struggling at the minute, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love it.
I've got a soft spot for Forest. I'd like Forest to go through for that.
Where's the soft spot from Forest?
I went to university and I lived in Nottingham for 4 years.
See, there you go, Joe.
You got a soft spot for Forest?
I suppose a little bit. My dad's from Nottingham, and
Good night out in Nottingham.
and a lot of my dad's cousins and stuff are Forest fans.
Oldest pub in England.
What's it
What's it
called?
called?
Your old trip to Jerusalem.
Wow.
Under the castle.
Been a pub for 900 years. Thoughts?
So was it the first pub ever? Or is it the longest lasting pub?
It's the longest
question.
lasting.
Yeah, it's the one that's still going.
That's great.
But it's not the same building,
But
unfortunately.
Nottingham.
It's not the same building.
What?
So what is it then?
It's just the business has existed for 1,000 years. You think it's dead easy to keep a business going for 900 years, dear?
No, what I'm a bit
Let's see where Food Review Club is. Let's see where Food Review Club is in the year 2000.
If I go back 1,000 years,
900.
find a business that was defunct and start my business, call it that name, I can. I'm a 1,000-year-old business.
No,
No, obviously not.
But the building.
So what are you
it's
talking
in-
about then?
So it's a continuous business for nearly 1,000 years.
This is like Fingy's Broom, innit? On Holy Fools and Horses. Trigger's
Yeah.
Broom.
New different landlord.
Yeah, different landlord, different name, different building, but 900 years, of course.
Well, anyway, it's the oldest pub in Britain. It claims to have been established in 1189 AD. However, there is no documentation to verify the date.
Oh,
The
so
oldest
it's all
parts of the
hearsay.
current building, the oldest parts of the current building were likely constructed between 1650 and 1660. So yes, the building that stands there now is not 1,000 years old. Sad. I'm excited for the second half, but before that, I'm excited to ask for 2,000 likes. We've got over 1,000 likes at the moment.
What are we on now?
Oh, that's
We're
decent,
currently
isn't it?
on 1,418, so we need 582 more likes, and we will be there. 582 more likes. We're already up to 1464. Let's get to 2,000 likes. Joe, what will you do if we get to 2,000 likes?
I don't know. Down a pint of water.
You text Charlton manager Dean Holden after 1,000, so we've gone drastically downhill for 2,000.
Okay, I'll text him
Who are you
back.
going to message?
I'll text my mum.
What will you say? No, can I text your mum if we
No.
get to 2,000 likes?
No.
It'll be something nice. It'll be a picture.
No, it won't be. A picture of what?
You know what?
No. I will down that pint of water rapid.
All right, go on then. If you can down it in under 4 seconds, I'll give you a little square of cheese that you can eat out of the palm of my hand like
Very
a good
nice.
dog.
Cheddar.
No money, but I will give you a bit of cheese,
there we
like I
go.
said. Right, go on then. Fill that water up. We're on 1,700 likes already.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, hit the like button. Get us to 2,000 likes before the start of the second half.
See how many we
Also-
can get before Joe gets back.
Yeah,
with
let's
his
see how
ball.
many we can get before he gets back. Give us your score predictions as well for the second half. Currently 1-0. You're allowed to change them. No one's going to have a go at you. We get it. You made a mistake. You said 4-0. Are you standing by it or are you changing it?
I
Let
think
us know in the
I'm staying.
comments.
I said 4-0. I'm staying by it.
Oh, yeah. I'm sticking by 2-1. Although
If they come out and score, I say completely. You know the
everything's gone, innit?
yeah.
If they score...
Bottoms are chewing seats.
If they score before we score next, it's going to be really difficult. 1835 on the likes. Let's get us up to 2,000. You must be watching this thinking, I've not liked the video. I probably could. Just do it. Just click it. Even if you're watching on like a smart telly or something, click the likes. Parky 1712 says 3-0. Veritas Vincent says 1-0. Josho says 7-1. A lot of goals coming in the second half. Jez Coe says 3-0. Scott Taylor says 3-0 nailed on. We're only 100 likes away. Do you think you'll be able to down it in under 3 seconds?
3 seconds is probably a lot. I'd go
4
with
seconds.
4 seconds, yeah.
Okay, well, I'll get my timer ready because we're only 70 likes away. And I will be, of course, checking how long it takes you to down a pint of water, which is obviously not the sexiest of things to drink. You could have got a beer or something.
How about Dry January?
Oh, yeah, that's true. All right, a pint of...
Sparkling water? A lot of gas, that.
A lot of gas. For a man like you as well, that's the last thing
Don't
you need.
need it.
You've been
I
gassing
don't know
all
why
that.
he's not complaining.
That's why he's gone.
Been trumping like no tomorrow.
Have you? Hopefully there is a tomorrow. LM says most likely 2-0. We only need 10 more likes and
That was
Joe's
quick.
going to rip through this.
Did we the elevators? Not the elevator. The shutters down.
Oh no.
In
Jesse
the elevator.
I'll hold it.
Jesse Lingard says, these are the sort of games I live for when playing for United. This isn't the real Jesse Lingard, is it? But lovely to see you stayed in character. Right, 2,000 likes there, Joe.
Okay.
So we're going to down this pint of
pressure's
water and let's just cut to Joe. So I'm going to start the timer. If you can get it under 5 seconds, I'll give you a
5
fiver.
seconds.
If you get it under 3 seconds, I'll give you a tenner.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go. Oh dear.
Oh, fucking hell,
Oh,
Joe.
this is a tough watch.
That was,
Stop.
That was slow. That.
There's a point there where you were really just.
I was going to give up.
Did you have 10 orgasms at one point?
I did,
How
yeah.
quick was it? How fast do you reckon you can do it in?
6:47.
not bad, that.
I think I can beat that.
Go on then, get some
Come on,
water.
get us a glass of water.
Get us one as well.
Oh, okay. You're fucking smart.
I think I can beat 6. Are you gonna? You've got to see how fast you can
I'll
do.
have a go as well.
You need it. You already need it, we.
This is what we say about League Cup football.
This is the sort of thing you can only do when United are winning.
Yeah.
So if Charlton score while Joe's gone, this is parked
Yep.
immediately because all of a sudden we're too sad. They've just had a shot from about 20 yards out, 5-10 yards over the bar. 6:47 for Joe. I don't think that's that quick.
I don't think he looked like he was
He
struggling.
did. There's a point in the middle there where his eyes is. Oh yeah,
You
we've
never
down.
downed a pint. Lager.
Joe's just said he's never downed a pint.
Why would you down it? You just paid £5 for it. Enjoy it.
Oh, well, you're going paying £5.
Right, do you want to go first?
No, we'll do. So we just do both, yeah?
Are you going to do us both?
Well, are you going to?
No. I'll time him and you can tell me. So Joe's was 6:47.
No.
Scotty, 3, 2, 1, begin. Eyes closed method, just slow, methodical, big mouthfuls. Stop the clock. 5:84.
Oh, he's not that. Yeah, but he's not that.
He's beat you by 3/4 of a second, man.
What are you going to be doing?
Shyster.
Say that to Usain Bolt. He doesn't.
Charlatan.
Load of shit.
Shyster.
3 seconds, he'd be like that.
Charlatan.
I know what the fuck's going on here. Right, Joe, give me that.
Charlatan.
Should we take a screenshot of that?
5:84 to me.
5:84. Are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. You won.
485.
How much? He's got to get a second added on.
Yeah, but I think
He's got to get a second added on for the fucking dribble.
Just on that, 10,000 steps done. I don't know how that's worked, but I've done it. Under 5 seconds, you owe me a fiver.
That wasn't part of it, was it?
That's what I said.
Yeah,
if you're
that's
getting
what I
under 5 seconds, you owe me a fiver.
well played.
Thanks. I went so fast there.
That's
Something
really
bad
old.
happened.
gonna need a piss
That's
now,
helped
Something
by
bad
bladder.
happens on my insides. Thanks very much. United still winning. Imagine if Charlton had scored while I was doing that.
Oh, that would've
How
been awful.
humiliating.
You'd have to go.
Oh, it's like when you see a couple arguing on a night out, but they're both dressed as like bananas in pajamas because it's Halloween. Nothing more demoralising than someone getting broken up with, dressed like a sumo or something.
remember-
Sat on a curb crying their eyes out.
We went-
Dressed like Jimmy Savile.
We went
Awful
to
stuff.
42s once Halloween, and we'd done a load of mushrooms. And my mate was his head went west because Spider-Man was fighting with Dennis Menace. These
that's
two
what I mean.
That would
students.
have really gone mad.
Yeah, that's no good, that. Fred with a
Oh, what a pass!
Oh! Yeah.
Hey!
Offside.
Elanga
Great
offside.
move though.
Great pass from Fred there.
Yeah, really good.
Fred
Great
again,
pass.
another
Really
great
great move.
performance. Manchester United, bit by bit, restoring the faith. Fred Appreciation Society chairman, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Fred.
Self-elected. Oh, it's fucking bad. He
miles
should
off.
be doing better than
You've got to
that.
think Alanga's been put up playing, up front for United. He's never done that before. Led the line out before.
We won't be
And
doing
now
it.
he's
Won't be doing it again, hopefully.
Zach Baxter with a super chat. Will Weghorst start over Martial?
I think what Ten Hag will do is give them both equal opportunity to prove himself, like he has done countless times with different players. Yeah. And if Weghorst comes on, scores one or even looks dangerous, and then he gives Martial the same opportunity and he looks weakened, then he'll pick. Ten Hag will always pick the best player.
The thing is like Weghorst compared to Martial is that Martial likes to run into balls, and Weghorst is more of a clinical striker.
Yeah.
So when you got players like Eriksen, Bruno setting up chances, where Martial likes to run onto the ball and be like over the top or crosses and stuff. But you said for a big man, he doesn't like using his head.
Well, that was what some sort of chuckling Burnley fans were saying on Twitter. I don't know if it's... I'm sure you've got such an advantage heading the ball at that height. You can't be that bad. But I don't think he's like a, Duncan Ferguson type player where you just chip it up and it's a goal.
Yeah.
But
So what are Burnley fans saying then as a player?
Well, they saw the worst of him, didn't they? I think that, and also it's a bit of a
They saw the Weghorst.
win-win. Yeah, exactly. The
Weghorst.
worst. I think it's win-win for them, innit? Because there's now a bidding war for one of their players. Like they're probably going to get the fee at the end of the year for him, 10 million or whatever it is after, and they might well get an extra loan fee off United now, as well as the one that Besiktas presumably paid. So I don't think it matters for them. But yeah, I think by the end of the season, I honestly think it's the toss of a coin who's starting for United. Let's say we get to the FA Cup final. I think Weghorst has got just as much chance as Martial is playing in that.
And I do think Ten Hag will give them both equal opportunity to prove themselves.
Definitely. Liam Senior, who's with a super chat, says, "Lads, you provide an emergency service. Cheers for what you do. Hope you can all share a pint on me." Thank you very much, Liam. Cheers for that.
Another pint of water, does you want?
I'd drink another glass of water, but I'm not down in it again. That was crazy. That was radical stuff. That. Tom Boy says, "Loving the Joe-inspired beard, Scotty." It's quite beard heavy this show, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very bit heavy.
Very.
What year did you grow your first beard? How old were you?
20.
20?
20?
Yeah.
What about like 15?
What, you had a full beard at 15?
I had a good beard when I was 15.
Yeah, but that's the difference between being able to grow it and having one. I've got a picture of you at your prom night on my laptop.
Fully trimmed.
So
Fully.
let's
Fully
see what you
trimmed.
look like
Balls
there.
and all.
Well, then I'll get you another picture before that.
So how old were you? Let me just
Why
find
you got
it.
pictures of me but underage, you weirdo?
What do you mean
Jacket
underage?
suit.
Underage? Underaged? What do you mean underaged?
I was only 15 in that picture.
Yeah, it's not a naked picture. You're allowed to look at people who aren't over 16 as long as you don't want to have sex with them. It's fine.
Yeah, download pictures.
Someone's just put, can tell Joe McGrath is doing your head in tonight with all his negativity and everything. That was John C. I love Joe McGrath and I love his negativity.
What's my negativity?
Just
A lot of people are saying
just
that.
how you
Like
are.
what?
They said if you were to do a Christmas nativity, it'd be a Christmas negativity.
Oof,
That's
nice
how harsh.
and solid
That's
one.
how
Yeah.
harsh they're being on you.
And the Grinch wins.
All I've said is want more from one player.
That
you
player
start- you
is the only
started
player
again-
to score tonight.
Yeah, and you were disappointed at the lineup.
But the lineup's not won us the game yet, has it?
Well, it's the one winning us the game,
It's interesting.
I'm just saying, you got to wait to the final whistle.
but we can be optimistic, can't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe's got a big morning tomorrow, and he wanted to do,
Oh,
well done, Lissandro.
what's your big morning, Joe?
Nothing. I've not got big more ever.
You're working in the morning, aren't you?
Oh yeah, work yeah.
Maybe that's what's upset him. That's a good tackle from Fred
Great
there.
tackle.
Counter-attack chance for
Wow.
United here. Good pass as well to
Oh, Get
Anthony.
on this. Get it.
2 or 3. What can he do here, Anthony?
Anthony running.
Come on.
It's 2-on-1. What you got? What you got? Go on. Slowed it down and done nothing so far.
Come on.
No, he's dragging the defenders out. See?
Bit of space, Fred.
Good
Great
ball.
pass in. Mainu.
Come on.
With a little back heel. He does need to work on his right foot, doesn't he, Anthony?
Yeah.
I think Ten Hag spoke about that the other day, didn't he? Trying to, they're doing work on players' weak foot, weak feet, weak foots. Don't know what it'd be, but that makes sense.
Have you noticed this new? I think we brought it up against the Everton game. Like a lot of the
Come
intricate,
on.
Oh, he's almost done it again, Anthony.
Worldies.
the sort of passing within the box. Remember we were saying because I haven't got a clinical striker because there was a
Yeah.
lot of it there, wasn't there? Like could have took a shot.
Yeah, someone like you stick a Van Nistelrooy in this team, and we're having so many more shots than we are now because it's just one too many passes all the time. Isn't
Yeah.
it? Often not leading to anything. It's quite wide in the end. I actually can't find this picture of you. I think it might be on my other laptop.
In your private drive.
Yeah. The best drive. Drive time with Joe. Smith. McGrath. Said my own name then. Do you think you could see yourself on drive time?
Drive time.
Oh. That was like a Pokemon. All you can do is say your own name. Joe McGrath with drive time. Drive time.
It's one of my favourite times. Drive time.
Blastoise.
That story.
You look a bit Blastoise-y.
I don't really remember him.
If you had to be a Pokemon,
What?
you'd definitely be Blastoise.
Yeah. How many Pokemons were there at the start?
150.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? That's,
Yeah, look at me. I'm fucking mint.
for anyone who don't remember Blastoise. There you go.
Who was your favourite?
Did
you have one?
Yeah, of those early ones.
Pikachu.
What's that mean? You just pick and choose what you want to be mad at. And tonight it's everything. Got Pikachu into
Not
a
mad
joke.
at everything tonight. Just certain things.
Favourite Pokemon? I always had a real reverence for Dragonite. Hard to understand, hard to evolve. But what a powerful little character he was. What about you?
I haven't got a clue.
I saw the soft side of Mewtwo.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's about it. Corner T9.
Go on. Oh, that was interesting.
A little bit of flickage from Alessandro
Little bit of
Martinez. Has he
flickage.
scored yet for United, hasn't, has he?
No, I don't think so.
Anthony
Go on,
cut this
take
inside.
a
That's a
ball.
lovely little chip.
Well in. Oh, come on, Fred.
Oh dear.
They just don't have the. Oof.
Oh no. They've done well here to keep it, and that's another.
Yeah, they're just fucking big, long passes.
That was
Ow, fucking hell,
stupid.
Scott. Just as we stop the pressure, Scott McTominay gives the ball away.
Didn't need
unchallenged.
that at
No.
all.
Ball to the back post.
This tall guy.
Oh,
why would that?
Fucking hell.
Why would
Martinez
why
in
would
the
the
head
tall
there.
guy go for the fucking kick? Sure, you get his head on that.
You got fucking
Surely that's a
Martinez.
free kick. He
Martinez
kicked
had
him
in
the
his.
head there. It's just really poor from McTominay. The sort of thing that you just can't do. You can't. Those situations.
That's why I can't be trusted in the big games, you know.
Oh, that's a booking, surely.
Surely.
If he kicks him.
Oof.
Are we not?
No, don't.
Newcastle have scored in the other game. Who scored the goal? Dan Burn with his first goal for Newcastle.
What a game to get it.
Probably his last as well.
Are you going to get Ethan from behind the camera if United have Newcastle in the next round? Are you going to get Ethan from behind the camera?
Be a great aim if he can.
He should be so lucky.
Let him out.
If we play Newcastle, yeah, we'll probably get him on the watch along. Yeah, we've done that in the past to mix reviews.
He's lovely, Ethan. Huh?
Why don't you keep him then?
I've tried to. Jay said he's not paying the transfer fee.
I know. He's a free transfer. We got him on a free transfer. But the wages. He's like Alexis Sanchez. Yeah. He's an absolute.
And he can play the piano.
He's a weight round our neck, that lad. Cannot get rid of him, and he can't play the piano either. He can play a child. He can play a child's 3-note saxophone.
He can play the fucking trumpet.
The strumpet.
What does that mean?
It's an attractive.
Yeah,
partner, is it?
A strumpet is a woman who has many sexual encounters or relationships. Very underused word, actually. It's
quite an old word.
I've never heard it.
Would that be classed as derogatory? She's a bit of a strumpet.
I think it would. I think it was designed to be derogatory, but I'm sure people could use it and revel in it.
I don't think it was ever a diss when it was used. It wasn't like, she's a strumpet. Do you know what I mean? There are other S words.
Because it sounds too much like.
It's like, she's a bit of a strumpet. You know, it's like.
It sounds too nice to be bad. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because it sounds like trumpet and crumpet.
Well, crumpet's another one. That was a bit. She's a bit. They're a bit of crumpet.
Yeah, but that is a compliment, isn't it? Albeit a largely sort of.
I like a crumpet.
Sexist compliment. I don't think that was used as an insult.
No,
was it?
Crumpets are nice.
Like saying I love a bit of squirrel.
Oh, go on. How was it?
Casemiro's about to come on, by the way.
Go on, Casemiro.
To be fair, it's needed, isn't it? Because they've come more into the game.
Joe McGrath, you left a voice
Ericsson.
note for Charlton manager Dean Holden before the game. Can you check if you've seen it now?
No, I've just checked.
You've checked after half-time, he's not looked at it.
Sad that, innit? I suppose his head's more important things.
What, than listening to your voice note on Instagram?
Yeah. Does anyone want any more popcorn?
No, thanks.
We've also got some corn treats here.
I love them.
What are they?
Do you want one?
Or as they call them in Spain, maize gigant.
Go on.
No, because it's just crunchy and noisy, innit? Anthony's coming off.
You like that comedian? What's he called?
Roy Chubby Brown.
No, the Fast Show. Remember? The glasses. They have a Greek name.
Not sure. It's a little Nandos.
Garlic sauce if you want it. You don't want any of these then?
No, thanks. What kind of calories are we talking per 100 grams?
100 grams is 423 per 45, which is the recommended serving. 190.
Do you like them?
Never tried them.
I absolutely love them, so don't let them get thrown away.
Well, they're mine.
No, I know they're yours. I'm just saying if you're going to like...
of my corn.
Dan Burns. We're just seeing Dan Burns' goal now. Or Mr. Burns.
When is the draw?
And it's... I'll tell you what.
Good goal.
Reminiscent of a young R9 Ronaldo, that.
Just a bit.
In a way. So Casemiro's come on. Rashford has come on. Ericsson has come on as well.
Blimey, I didn't see all three of them, did you?
Yeah.
The big boys. Yeah,
you were concentrating on your corn.
It's corn.
Interesting. 30 minutes in the legs for the boys.
He wants a bit of corn, so we'll get him a corn.
If only there was someone off camera that could come and collect those corn things for him, rather than you just fucking wandering off. Unbelievable. Late tackle on Garnacho there. He needs to start dishing out some yellow cards, this ref.
Yeah.
Because there's been 2 or 3 where you just kick fucking Martinez in
that's
the face.
That's what I'm worried about. If you've got people like Rashford who can pick up an injury quite easily.
And the ref has set the standard that you can leave a leg in and not get a booking. That's a great pass. Good touch as well from Garnacho.
Ooh,
He's offside.
Unlucky.
Danny says, surely Iqbal deserves minutes, can control over McTominay. Maybe, but more than anyone deserving minutes.
Is it 5? We've used 4 so far.
I would guess it's 5. More than anyone deserving minutes, though, we need to win the game, really, don't we? It's not about as much as I love Zidane Iqbal, it's not about handing out minutes because you want to see a young lad. It's about we need to get to a semi-final here. This is a big game to win. So as much as I like to see him, I can see why he's gone with the big boys.
Yeah, if we were winning 3-0, it would have been different.
Yeah. If you were a footballer, would you not just wear one of those sort of like as much kind of protective gear as you possibly could?
Not in your face.
Yeah, don't know, like Petr Cech had the helmet.
Yeah.
But you needed it though, didn't you?
You see he did, but you see the broken cheek mask with one of them.
Well, the Phantom
you
of the Opera
occasionally see
things.
like a wrist brace. Surely you just like go, what are the legal limits of padding and sort of,
Yeah, ball protectors.
Yeah.
Because at some point, if you come on looking like an American footballer, think of the tackles you can go into. Do you know what I mean?
But that's
Would it not be
why I
quite
can't get into
aggressive?
but that's why I can't get into American football. I say just get rid of all that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, good head.
Yeah.
You'd have players running around with helmets on.
I know, because it's halfway towards just. You might as well just have two people in like cars driving
You could
into
just,
each other.
They've got no players that are sort of grabbing this game by the scruff of the neck, have they?
Who, United?
Charlton.
I'm sure
They're having a better second half than they did the first.
Yeah, good team talk by Dean.
Is he related to?
Amanda.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think so.
You're going to ask him. When's the last time you spoke to him again, sorry?
About a month ago, when he was like, "Oh, who's the Banksy?" He wanted to go see Banksy because he saw me there, the Banksy Museum in Media City, which is now stopped, unfortunately.
Could he not go? Why does he need you to get him a ticket to
I don't
Just
know. Just asked.
public show?
Mates rates and that.
Just asked.
Did you go for free? Did you get a free
I
ticket?
could be Banksy. You don't know.
I do. You haven't got there. Your hands are too small.
Yeah, but I'd play. I'd as a what's it called? Not an arouse.
A ruse?
A ruse. I'd just have chubby fingers.
Rouse.
Think about it. Completely put you off the scent.
Yeah. I could see you with a little stencil going on. Maybe it is. Maybe that is him.
I don't know.
Ooh, little hip toss. It's not giving.
Shut up, Ethan. Good
That's a great
ball.
pass.
Great pass by Matt Tomlin.
Come on.
Nacho into the box, cuts inside.
Score!
plays it.
Yeah! Oh, what a save!
Oh.
Maynard with a great save.
It's a good height for him on it.
Yeah, it was.
Gon actually did really well there.
Great pass by Matt Tomlin. If you're going to slag him off for giving the ball away, you got good credit there.
No, it was a really good pass. Good little body check from Casemiro as well. On the cusp of a foul, but got away with it and then almost led to a goal. Oh, that'd have been good time to score as well.
It would have been. I feel like everything should be put to bed then a bit.
Yeah.
Come on.
Ericsson. Hits it. Casemiro. That's a shocker, that. Casemiro.
Yeah, what do you think has happened in the last two games then? Casemiro, some of his passes aren't landing as well.
No.
Obviously, he's still
Maybe
a
just
world-class
taking his eye
player.
off the ball a little
What,
bit.
is this his third game in 7?
How do you mean?
Like how many games? Because when did we play last Tuesday?
Oh,
Yeah.
And then we played on Friday.
Yeah. Let me just double check.
Monday.
So, obviously this game tonight. Then we played on Tuesday the 3rd, Friday. Yeah. and
So
then
it's like
tonight.
3 games in 7.
3 games in 7 days, yeah. I don't
Takes
think
it.
that is a foul either. I'm just seeing a replay of the Casemiro collision that led to the chance. It's a really good pass, that from
Yeah.
Tomlin. Just didn't quite get it in the corner enough, did he?
No.
Garnacho. Good, like you said, good height for the keeper.
Decent. Want to play that as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Albert Morgan.
yeah. Doing that second goal is
Yeah.
because Charlton will get a couple of chances here.
Just gets a bit cagey, doesn't it, the later the game goes on at 1-0. Nervous now.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, I see you. Garnacho. Go on,
So,
cuts back inside. Edge of the
Garnacho.
box. Bissaka playing as a sort of bit of a centre mid there.
Oh,
Oh.
Go on, what were you going to say? You went, so...
No, I don't think I was going to say anything, sorry.
What's the last film you saw at the cinema? Did you go the other
question.
day?
No, because someone suggested the idea of going to see a film, then backtracked and said
you didn't
no.
go. You got to go Avatar, weren't you?
Yeah, he said no at the end, Joe.
Well, he did the right thing.
Yeah, but then also you said to me, well, we're going either way.
What do we do instead? Oh, we just got 2 into Happy Valley.
Have you finished it? Yeah.
Series 1 we demolished in like 2 days.
I've been watching. I mean, like, you're not up to date with it, and not.
Series 2, yeah.
Is it good?
It's
very
really good.
Very good.
Way, Martinez.
I think
Good
the
tackle, it's
name
opposition,
Happy
though.
Valley doesn't... I went to watch...
Yeah, it sounds like it's like an Emmerdale spin-off.
I went to watch the Series 2 trailer on YouTube, and it's got quite a... The background music has got quite an upbeat, like a boom, 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 and it's like some sort of comedy like bits.
Yeah.
And someone said, this is really misleading. I've watched the first episode and fucking shit myself.
Is it scary?
Yeah.
It's a bit like, they kidnap
without-
someone and all sorts.
Without ruining it, what is it, like a crime?
Yeah.
There's a real bad guy in it, and he like does something bad.
It's like this small sort of rural
town.
in north of England, and there's like this one guy who's a real horrible bastard.
Okay, right, I might give that a go. It's on iPlayer, is it?
Yeah.
The third season, is it? The final season's just come out.
Yeah.
Newcastle 2-0, by the way, now. Joe
You're
Linton with the
joking.
second goal. That looks like they're through then.
When's the draw? Did you say tomorrow night?
I think it's straight after the games tomorrow night, yeah.
Is it just generally them after the game? Is it anywhere weird? Remember, sometimes they do it on weird places, don't they?
Like the one show.
Yeah, the one show. Is it on BBC Radio 2? They did it once.
Did they?
The morning show. I'm sure that was the FA Cup. They did that.
Yeah, the FA Cup's a bit weird. It probably should be straight after the game tomorrow. I don't actually know for certain where it is.
When would the semi-final be? 'Cause obviously we've got the thing will be starting soon, won't it? In the next round of Europa League.
Yeah, we are balls to a bit.
So it's Wednesday. No, I can't. Oh yeah, the draw is on tomorrow at 10 p.m. But the semi-final, I'm struggling to find. Hopefully, yeah.
The final is February the 26th.
26th, yeah.
So you've got to think
Yeah,
at the beginning of
Casemiro
February.
from 50
Got to get
yards.
2 games in from now till the 26th.
The semi-final first leg will be the week of the 23rd of January, and then the semi-final second leg will be the week of the 30th of January. So you play those 2 games in about 2 weeks,
Blimey.
and then it's a month until you play the
final.
Wow.
There we go.
Paddock. Gotta be.
Are you going out to Barcelona for the Europa League?
I'm not actually. No, because we're looking at it. I think Jay's going to go.
Is there?
I'm not certain about that, but there was talk of it. But by the time we did it, the flights were like 6 a.m. there, and then 6 a.m. back the next morning. So, it was like earlier. I can't remember what it was anyway. But basically, it was go to the game, could go to bed.
Right.
So I thought I'd like to go, but it was quite expensive, and then no time to do anything other than watch the match.
Yeah.
And I'd quite like to go out or see a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, sure. Julian's goal, decent.
Good goal. Newcastle into a semi-final.
I know.
Mad, innit?
Are you excited, Ethan? Buzzing.
Called you a pussy. That's what he said.
Pussy?
Yeah, he went, are you excited, Ethan? Pussy.
If Eddie Howe gets Newcastle top 4 this year,
Yeah, knighthood. Is that
Oh, it's a good ball.
oh, needed someone charging in.
Unlucky. Great ball by Ericsson, yeah.
was there an end to that sentence?
Should he not get manager of this season?
Depends what Ten Hag does.
If Arsenal win,
No, because it's
Oh,
always.
yeah, if Arsenal win, then
sorry,
Arsenal
if Arsenal win, but like, I mean, but if Arsenal fall away anyway, it won't, as we all expect.
Don't know.
I don't know. You know, they've
I
got
thought that.
quite
before.
a nice. What's happening?
So you're more optimistic about Arsenal than you are your own team. Joe?
I just said they've got quite a nice league. Listen, I've never said anything about our top 4 ambitions. I just said the midfield that we put out tonight is not the one I'd like to see go forward. And that one player can do better. I love our starting 11. I think we'll get top 4.
Yeah, I think so. Do you fancy us on Saturday?
I think I don't know. It's tricky or not. It'd be great if we do beat them. I think tonight's going to try and throw a lot at it to beat them
Yeah.
for his own personal gain.
Well, I think the players as well. I mean, they massively embarrassed, weren't they, by that?
I really worry about that game.
On Saturday.
Yeah, I just don't think we've looked quite as coherent as we did for a little bit now, and I'm worried that we're kind of almost forgetting what we used to do to play so well.
Yeah.
And turning it back on for City might be difficult, and they look beating Chelsea twice in a week.
Yeah,
is a pretty decent fucking warm up for playing United, isn't it?
Our back four hasn't had the games that theirs has, and even though we've got a great back four, it needs to gel a little bit more.
Yeah.
The Varane and Martinez combination is world class, but it's not been world class for a while.
Yeah,
as in like they've not played together.
Now Deleu's out as well.
Yeah, so
presumably.
Sure.
I would guess he's out. He came off injured, didn't he?
Yeah, well, Garnacho's had a really good game.
Yeah, he's played well.
Man of the match, I'd say.
Yeah.
A goal would do him nicely here. Come on, Garnacho. The refs seem to get more and more in the way, I think. Oh, slip. Nice. Get a good ball in, Oh, lucky.
Keep it.
Casemiro doing his thing.
Oh, some of the little...
Just that eye, isn't it, of having a decent pass. If it's 3 seconds later or a millisecond after getting the ball.
Rashford.
Oh, too much.
Don't hurt yourself, Rashford.
Don't risk that.
Don't go into big tackles.
Counter attack.
You've got City next. These guys have probably got fucking Bolton. Big anticipation.
Have they done something?
Oof. Hey.
Charm with the counter attack. Ball just seems
Slow
to be
build
sticking
up.
on the turf a little bit, doesn't
Slow
it?
build up. Be an awful way to find out. Bit by bit. Oh.
Good tackle from Martinez there.
Great tackle.
Hit his head after he got the foot.
Yeah, he's got a cut on his face.
That's
after
why he
getting
got kicked
in the
isn't it?
fucking head.
Bloody hell.
It wasn't even a foul.
I know, not even like sort of recognised by the ref.
Yeah. If it was a foul, it might have been a foul, but it wasn't a yellow
He
card.
nails him in a...
What, Martin,
he's tough,
yeah.
isn't he?
Yeah, I love that.
But I bet he's scared of something weird.
Yeah.
Like kittens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really like cats. So.
Yeah, I'm more of a dog person. Cats are a bit... You just never know what they're thinking, do you?
They just look really snide.
Yeah,
They're always like manipulating the you know.
Yeah, it's all for them, innit?
Yeah.
Dogs do stuff for you.
Dogs will rely on you, don't they? Whereas cats are just too independent. They fuck off as soon as someone else offers them something better.
Dogs are like having a pet that's a child. Cats are like having a pet that's an adult.
Yeah.
And that freaks me out a bit.
Yeah.
Also, as well, you got to let your cat kind of go out so they don't go crazy. Then sometimes they never come back for like a week.
So, yeah, and they also people just feed random cats and then you've lost your cat. It's like Pokemon cards or something.
Well, if your cat's going to go off somewhere else at that easy, how much did she really love you?
The bitch.
Referee!
What are you on about? He went sliding there. Is the VAR?
There is, but I don't.
He might have let go. He might have let go of the ball and rolled it out on his chest.
Yeah,
I think he did let go, but it looked like he'd crossed the line to me. And now Charlton are counter-attacking.
I'll tell you what, if Charlton score now.
They got a free kick 20 yards out.
Oh, God.
15 minutes to go.
I think the VAR will look at it.
I think if they'd have scored, they'd have looked at it. But I think
But
because
no,
it's a
they're
free
not.
kick, they won't. No.
I suppose what would it
It's
be
not a red
brought back
card.
to?
It's not a goal. It's not offside.
Yeah.
It's literally just a...
You didn't really see United players protesting either.
I'd like to see a fucking replay ourselves here on the telly, but I don't think
It's
we're
not a
getting it.
penalty, is it?
Here we go.
So the goalie comes out, slides across.
Ooh.
Clearly.
Clearly, right on the line.
Let's see.
He gets it on the line. What happens then? I don't know.
It's close. It's
Very close.
It's cuspy. Because the whole ball has to have crossed the line, doesn't it?
Is that what it is? The whole ball?
Yeah, because if it's on the line, it's in the box.
Well, I think he maybe.
Is that the rule?
Yeah.
I think he
The line is
just
the box,
get away with it.
Because the line is to show
Right,
what
but
the box is.
what about that penalty against the goal against Germany? Then? Because only a quarter of the ball was over. How was that a goal?
Which one?
Goal that wasn't a goal.
Remember the goal that wasn't a goal?
No, the full ball was over the line.
Was it the full ball was over?
Yeah. For the Lampard one?
No, it was the Germany and
I thought you meant Lampard one.
Korea. Where the ball went out of the byline and then
In the World Cup?
the World Cup, yeah.
Yeah, but that kept it in, didn't it? Because the whole ball didn't cross the line. That's the point. 'Cause
Right,
the line
okay.
is in.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you think of the box around the edge of the... Anyway, free kick to Charlton, 20 yards
He's been
down.
an attack.
Jesus, that's quick, isn't it? Ooh.
Straight down
How many
Heaton's
same does
gullet.
it heat on?
It looks like my mate a little bit, Tommy. That I grew up with.
Does your mate know that he looks like him? Have you said it?
No, I've never said it. Wouldn't be
Say it
right.
now, miss him.
Nah, it wouldn't be right. Been through a lot.
Has it?
No.
I hope he's all right.
Go on.
Yeah, another goal would be nice.
Yeah. Just finish them off.
Ooh.
Finish these men off. Sick of it.
Nearly as many drowned than if you finished them all off. Oh, fucking hell.
Walter Martinez.
Martinez, he's just like an absolute grappler, isn't he?
He's just in the right place all the time.
He doesn't look like the sort of man that's been, that's been in,
Clean both his
in
sides.
Buenos Aires, living it up. Does he? Come right back in. He loves a war wound.
Got a couple of super chats. We'll just read them after. Hopefully, the end of this attack.
What a tease.
I know. Coming up after the break. Go on. This is the worry in it because now Charlton are having more of the ball because it's the last 10 minutes, last 15 minutes.
They're going to get more chances.
Come on, let's get a little counter on.
Mindcracker with the super chat says, "How many points will you be happy with from City, Arsenal, and the 2 Palace games?" So obviously 12 available. What would you accept?
City at home, Palace away, and
9.
You'd accept 9.
I'd like
Top
9.
of the league away.
So that's 3 wins and a loss. That's the only way we can get 9
I think
points.
we'll get beat by City, but I think we can beat Palace twice and
yeah.
Arsenal. I think we get 1 win out of them 2. City or Arsenal, I think we get 1 win out of them 2. And then you just got to beat Palace.
Yeah, I think we'll probably get 7 points. I think
What's
we'll lose
that?
1 and draw 1
draw.
and win. Yeah, win the other 2.
Still good though, isn't it?
I think 10. I think we'll beat City,
Fucking hell.
beat Arsenal,
Not lose any.
and then drop a point against Palace.
That'd be the fucking.
That'd be typical, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I definitely. I mean, I think 7. I'll be a bit disappointed, but not gutted. Go on, Harry.
Oh no, they've left that big space behind you, haven't you?
Go on, take him. Oh, good lad.
Stood there like a
7 I
fridge.
won't be happy with, but it wouldn't be a disaster.
No.
Anything less than that is a real. That's 2.
I think
wins, 2 losses,
if we're going to get beat by Arsenal and City, it's the manner in the defeat as well. It can be quite telling.
Battered.
If it's a
That
hard.
was just a fucking incredible tackle from Maguire in a bad way. Just
I mean,
bang.
you've used the term tackle there quite loosely.
Yeah,
You just
more
stood
of a
still.
It's quite
shoulder
WWE
barge.
that, wasn't
Yeah.
it? It was lovely, really nice. Yellow card for Maguire there. No surprise really. You can't say that's not a foul, can you? Clearly a foul from Maguire. Just
No one wants to.
absolutely smashing into him. I think Martinez.
Come on, Martinez.
He's getting skinned. Ball
I'll
in
tell
the
you
box.
what, they're throwing in some good balls there, Charlton. Congratulations, Dean.
Yeah. There's your mate again on the touchline, getting a bit animated,
Agitated.
now. Excited. Almost.
Wow, he's in the final 10 minutes. Anything can happen here.
Do you think he's had a good day?
I think he had a great day.
He can't be too disappointed. 1-0 against United,
Yeah.
and he's a United fan.
And it's not finished yet.
Not finished yet, I still think.
Oh, he's throwing his.
Oh, he's throwing all the subs on. Come on,
Come on,
Garnacho, get
Garnacho.
a bloody second. Oh, God. Oh, it's a good ball.
that was a great. I think it was an interception.
Great
That one.
block, that wasn't it? Ness.
Keeping him in it for a little bit longer. Nessun Dorma.
Ness monster.
Dorma.
I thought Garnacho had overrun it there, but he did really well.
That was a great
Good
tackle,
block.
wasn't it?
Yeah. Good driving there from Garnacho. Young Jeremy Clarkson. Young Jackie Stewart there, the way he drove.
That's probably a better compliment.
Yeah. Young Jeremy Clarkson when he was working for the Doncaster Gazette.
2 subs.
Was it the Rotherham Advertiser? No, that was Piers Morgan. Anyway, sub for Charlton. 2 stubs. Subs.
2 stubs.
2 stubs. Like
Is that your
collected
nickname?
tickets. Sessegnon and Stockley. Sessegnon off for Stockley. Excuse me. And someone else off for someone else.
He was the guy who took the free kick, wasn't
He's a big lad.
he? He is. Where's he been?
Stockley.
By name?
Stockley.
By nature?
Free corner to United Rashford.
Offside.
Oh.
Nice
He's
though.
popped it in. Lovely little poppy.
Not bad, is it? Little dink there.
I think they should give you that.
They should, just for the audacity of it.
CJ
Big
Legend
save, isn't it?
says cats are like teenagers, lol.
Cats are like teenagers.
Lol.
Lol.
Maybe. Maynard with his goal kick there, it looked like it like took everything out of him to take that goal kick.
Well, we got it quite far down.
Like it was the final roll of his livelihood dice. Sorry, I don't know what that means.
Charlton aren't a bad team.
No?
Ooh, go on. Tony with
To
a
say
big
they're
flash.
like not doing particularly well in League One, they've not been bad at all, have they, Charlton?
No. United have done over supposedly better teams this year.
It's a pass.
Good ball.
How long ago was it when they were in the Premier League on the wild Alan Kirbishley time? Was that late 90s, early 90s?
I would say they got rid of. I would say they left the Premier League in 2007. That'd be my guess.
I'd say.
think it was early,
say
isn't it?
6. No, 5.
Garnacho cuts back inside.
Go on. Go
Ericsson!
on.
Oh.
Maynard pulled some good
Good
saves
save.
out.
Fair
for
play to
Charlton.
him. Yeah.
He's doing well. I'll tell you what, it's that Old Trafford, not curse, what would you say, the Old Trafford where it inspires away opposition goalkeepers to have the game of their lives.
Yeah.
Oh.
Great save.
Charlton's, they got promoted in 2000. Charlton spent 7 successive years in the Premier League before suffering 2 relegations in 3 years. So 2007.
Nice.
Is that what I said? Is that what you said?
you
said.
Me.
Knowledge.
It was a guess. But we'll take
Yeah, I
it.
think Palestri's coming on.
Yeah, for Elanga. Elanga's
What do we think of Palestri?
I think he's got something about him. I don't know if
he's
he's
got
enough,
about
but
10 minutes to get himself in amongst it. You know, we want a second goal. Imagine if he can get involved in any way. Bring it bloody
Ericsson
on.
in.
Ooh, a lot of handling going on there.
Yeah, there was some
Some,
push,
uh,
a little
bit of
push
handling.
work.
Oh, I thought it was going to be one of those clatters.
Claterus.
Not clatters.
Can you find the Claterus?
Oh, I can find the clatters, all right.
What's your favourite musical instrument, Joe?
The flute.
Why? It's the only one you can drink champagne out of.
Ooh. Yes, please. The flute.
Why?
I don't know why. What's your favourite instrument?
Oh, no,
I don't back myself.
I'm asking you why something is your
Have you ever
favourite
heard like a
instrument.
have you heard of a
Is it the
flute
Irish
solo?
Is that
Is
Rashford?
it the
Great.
Irish thing,
Yeah.
the tin flute?
Is that Malasia? Flute solo?
Yeah, have you heard of flute? Have you ever heard
Is
of
that
flute
Han
solo?
Solo's daughter?
No, sadly not.
No, I haven't then.
It's great.
Is he alright there?
Oof, bit. Oof.
He's got some wobbly limbs going on there,
I
Malasia.
don't know. I think it might just be time wasting a little bit.
I hope so.
They're all having a good laugh, aren't they? What's your favourite musical instrument, Joe?
It's hard to not be impressed by a piano, isn't it? Played well. In the distance.
Nice.
Yeah, I do like a piano.
What's your...
Saxophone.
Yeah,
We're
saxophone.
making our 5th and final sub here.
Mine's the strumpet.
The
actually.
strumpet, yeah.
If played well.
That'd be a good name for the band, the Strumpets.
It would actually.
For real men who don't look anything like attractive.
Yeah. Just 4 ugly blokes. Wan-Bissaka left in the cold a bit there, wasn't
Oh, I tell you what, those passes can be... Oh,
Fucking hell.
Genie.
We're looking a bit scrappy.
We are indeed, considering we brought like what should we call them, 3 generals onto the pitch.
You would have thought we would have been more...
We've not sort of been the
settled.
dominant, yeah.
But it's just goals, isn't it? Goals, goals, goals. We need them. And we've not got them.
I'm glad you just broke down the whole ethos
Goals,
of football.
goals, goals.
We've got one.
Goals, goals, goals.
Good header, Harry Maguire. Come on then. Wan-Bissaka, Pellistri.
This is it.
Drive. Skill, drive.
Keep going.
Rashford's in the middle.
Come on.
on.
It's not.
Oh, he should have passed it earlier.
Chaos. Go on, shoot.
Pellistri into the box.
Look.
McTominay turns.
See, why did he shoot then?
Another
He
fucking
should have had it.
shot.
Should have just had
We've
it.
had about 20 shots blocked, United. It's so frustrating, this.
Should have been a bit cheeky then, shouldn't he? Just thought, fuck
Got a
off.
cracking head of bed, hasn't it? Bless his shoot.
Yeah.
Fuck it off. And that shows there as well, to be fair. Rashford for you.
Rashford's not happy.
Good.
Why?
Well, I want him to be annoyed that he's not getting past 2.
He's not getting past it.
Pasta? Do you like, what's your favourite pasta?
Oh, here we go. Spaghetti.
Is it?
Out of all of them, yeah. They can get more on a fork.
Oh, that's a good point,
Do
actually.
you know what I mean? Like your penne, you're doing alright, but you're getting 4 maximum, aren't you?
Yeah, whereas spaghetti, you could probably get
Fucking loads.
60
Especially if
grams
you've
of
got
pasta
the,
on one fork if you're good at it.
The aid
Are
of the
you classing ravioli in that?
No.
Oh.
Alright.
Are you?
No.
Well, it's a pasta.
Nothing stuffed.
Fuck off.
Oh,
Chance
get
Good tackle. Great tackle.
fucked.
Well done, go on, Facundo.
Sound like you were saying something rude
That's
then.
his name.
Facundo.
On you fuckundo.
Here we go. Casemiro with an absolute steamboat of a pass.
What a pass
Big
that is.
ball.
Great touch from Garnacho.
What a pass.
Come on.
Rashford's
He
free. The
deserves to
post.
finish that pass.
Into Rashford, takes his touch.
Oh,
That's a bad one.
Jesus.
Terrible touch.
Tried to speed it up, but...
Oh, they're just
another
tell you what,
little-
they're drawing out a lot of professional fouls, aren't they, on them?
Do you know what, though? I quite like that we can do a professional foul these days. Because I've seen a lot in the past
think we've been
few
working
years
on it?
of Fred being
Yeah.
so late for challenges he couldn't even foul people. Do you know where you just see him with his arms out,
Yeah,
not even
yeah,
able to
yeah,
grab
yeah,
it? Casemiro and Eriksen have stunted 2 or 3 good possible counter-attacks for Charlton in the last few minutes. Dragged out the time.
Yeah, Fred was always looking trying to catch a bus one of the
Yeah.
ways.
Come back. Yeah. Whereas we're actually doing it the right way there. That's not a foul. You can't just because someone touches you, don't mean it's a foul. Keep playing. Oh, beautiful.
ball.
Beautiful.
Oh.
Pellistri.
Come on, Pellistri.
That's a good
Be
run
greedy,
from
be
McTominay
greedy, be
there.
greedy. Oh,
Rashford's
great
on.
ball. Oh, yes!
Thought he messed it up.
Yeah,
I thought he'd scuffed it. Rashford scores. Manchester United 2. Charlton
man
0.
of the
That should
moment.
wrap it up. Rashford again with the goal.
Man
Can
of the
we
moment.
just talk about Casemiro's pass as well?
Oh,
unbelievable.
The slip and glide
Yeah.
on that.
Fair
Slip
play.
and glide.
The eye of your mind.
Six
6 in a row for Rashford in all
Wow.
competitions. 7 home games in a row with a goal as well
Incredible.
for Rashford.
Is this 8 wins and a bounce for United?
It will be 8 wins in the bounce on the bounce for Manchester United. Yeah, assuming no late.
Let's have a little breakdown of this goal.
Fucking
Boom.
miracles.
What a
Great
pass that
pass.
was.
Just the slip and slide there.
Oh, slip and slide.
Great.
Well, I
Do you
mean-
know what? Really good run from McTominay. there,
Taking the
'cause so
defender
often-
away, yeah.
We were the other day when we were playing
Look, he takes
the
his...
Everton game, where so often just 4 people had run together in a row.
Yeah,
No movement.
Yeah.
McTominay there leaves the space in the middle for Pellistri.
Yeah.
Stretches things for Rashford as well. Really good run that. Great pass
great
from
team
Casemiro.
goal, that.
Great play from Pellistri.
Oh,
Lovely
I'll tell you
little
what,
finish.
it's quick feet.
Brilliant.
Rashford with a brilliant finish there.
I thought he'd
I
pulled
thought he'd
it
missed
to
it,
the near
yeah.
post there. 2-0.
That's a nice way to finish the game up. for him.
Yes. Can't see him coming back now. I mean, unless. Well done, Harry.
No.
Oh, that might be a penalty. That looked like a foul to me, that.
VAR checks it, I guess, then for a penalty. It will go back.
Yeah.
4 minutes of injury time.
4, I feel like... No, 4's good, actually.
What?
I thought it was going to be longer, but then I was like,
How
you're
many
probably
did you
right.
want?
No, I thought it was going to be more than 4 for some reason.
Go on, Warren.
Everyone's made about 18 subs.
Well done.
That didn't go out.
Great play from Wan-Bissaka. Find the pass. He's found it. McTominay. Turn. Shot. Blocked, obviously. Fucking hell. They've blocked so many, haven't they?
Yeah.
That's a lovely little... Unlucky. There is no VAR.
Oh.
That's
Oh,
the FA.
nothing.
That's the FA Cup we're thinking. No.
Oh,
Even if that was VAR,
that.
his arm's like glued to his side. What can you do there? This is good. This is good. United win games. United win games.
Semi-final of a cup.
Semi-final of a cup.
Whereas-
Full time at Newcastle, by the way. 2-0 they've beaten Leicester.
I
there in
think
the
we're going to
semi-final.
draw Newcastle, you know.
You think?
Yeah.
I just see the semi-final.
Would that what's
Man
it,
United vs
Forest
Newcastle
or-
United.
Forest or
Wolves.
Wolves, that'd be the preferable group.
City will always get straight through. And then I think we meet Newcastle.
I think we'll either get Newcastle or City. There's no way we get Forest or Wolves.
No.
Surely
A
not.
City away at Southampton.
City are away at Southampton. But Southampton cannot stop losing matches.
No, they're
Oh,
playing.
they're
That's
awful,
terrible
They
season.
got rid of Hasenhüttl and got worse.
I know.
The new manager slump. I didn't even know that's a thing.
He's called Slump.
No.
That's written in the stars, then, isn't it? You get a fucking manager called Slump.
Fuck off, Joe.
Come on.
Slump. Imagine. Yeah. Tito Slump from Argentina. Fucking hell. It's the opposite of a new manager Babs. Jesus Christ. Oh, United still looking to attack, which I like.
I love it, yeah.
Really good stuff, Joe. Really good stuff.
It's good.
Proud of you for that one.
I hope Dean gets a lap of honour.
A lap of honour for an opposing manager.
Bring out his wife and kids.
Little baby under the arm.
Like, that's all he deserves.
Why does he deserve? What does he deserve that for?
I don't know.
Oh,
Being a
good touch from
lifelong fan.
Casemiro there. Oh, not Casemiro, Ericsson. Pardon me. Oh, this is where we could do with a bit of tactical foulage. or just
Great tackle,
brilliant,
Wan-Bissaka.
great touch. Now we
So
can
if
attack.
you
Now
were a
go,
manager-
go.
If you were a manager,
Rashford,
Joe,
Yeah.
and you brought a team to Old Trafford,
Yeah.
and they won,
Yeah.
what would you feel like?
Sick.
Like, oh
No, I think you'd have to feel happy, wouldn't you? Because
God, yeah,
you've only got 10 years or whatever. I don't know how long the average manager manages in the Football League for, but you can watch United as a... Oh, Rashford's on
Oh,
it.
this is a great ball.
Go on, Marcus.
Shoot!
Yes! 3-0! Rashford again. Fucking hell.
Casemiro again with the pass.
I think definitely.
Get in. This is good, isn't it?
Very good football.
Rashford
then.
is
One more
unstoppable.
we need, Joe, and then my prediction.
Oh, yeah, you said 4-0.
I mean,
Oh, don't give me this, ref, holding your
No
little bologna
VAR,
sausage
so-
in your hand.
you feel sorry for Charlton if this is VAR.
Casemiro. Oh,
I think he's on anyway.
Yeah, I think
So
he's
he
on.
looks
He's
in
very
line.
tight.
Great pass that back.
Yeah, good pass from Casemiro. Really good first
But
touch,
also as well,
Rashford.
why did Charlton leave and
Left
Rashford with so
foot.
much space there?
Because they've lost their heads.
Great
Lovely
goal
finish.
by
Good
Casemiro.
touch. Great finish. Just composure. He's becoming a real reliable goal scorer.
Goal scorer,
Yeah.
He's clocking them up bit
Massive.
by bit.
I think he's on 17 for the season now already, which, you know, if this was any other season, you're looking at... Well, I suppose you wouldn't have had the World Cup, but yeah, by the start of second week of January, 17
Yeah, it's
goals.
good, man.
Really, really impressive from Rashford. I mean, if you're him now, you'd be looking at a 30-goal season, not a 20-goal season, wouldn't you?
Yeah, of course.
3-0 Manchester United through to the semi-final of the Carabao Cup. Goals from
Great,
Anthony and
great
a brace
game.
from Rashford coming off the bench. Just nice. Just as it started to get a bit hairy, the killer goal there
Yeah.
from Rashford won it.
Well,
to
the
make it
cavalry
2-0.
arrived,
Yeah.
and Casemiro and Rashford and Ericsson as well, settling the game in the second half, and then Rashford just with that quality that we know he can do now, scoring the goals that makes it count.
Yeah, they needed it as well though because Charlton were getting some chances and going up front, and when it was just 1-0 down, and that really settled it when we went 2-0 up. But the passes, just like you were saying, Joe, all the movement. McTominay dragging the defender away, Palestri's run, Casemiro's through ball, and then obviously Rashford's finish, which I thought he'd missed. But yeah, it's fun, brilliant way to end the game
100%.
going into the derby at the weekend.
You know what? Charlton as well, give them credit. You know, they put up a bit of a fight, obviously.
Yeah. Not a bad team, Charlton.
Struggled. So, good luck in League One.
And I think 3-0 flatters United a little bit there in terms of the actual chances we made. But you know, we ended up...
Look at that. Look at Rashford scoring in the 90th and the 93rd minute. But still.
Through to the semi-final. The first semi-final on offer, and Ten Hag's got us there. Excellent. We'll be back in a few minutes for the review. Stick around because you will automatically be taken over there for the review. We'll be back in a couple of minutes to go through the entire game and give our thoughts. Thank you, Scotty, for coming on. Where can people find you?
Scotty and Matty Podcast.
Scotty and Matty Podcast. Link to that is in the description. Joe McGrath, thank you for coming on. Where can people find you?
Sloppy Joe's Podcast. New episode landed today.
Thank you very much. Check out the Sloppy Joe's Podcast and the Scotty and Marty Podcast. Manchester United 3, Charlton Athletic 0. Semi-final hat. It's got a warm little ball that says Manchester United on it. We'll see you in a bit.